Bam! We're live. Good morning. What a stimulating month it's been. Usually, I'll tell you what, one of the things about having a podcast is there's so much stimulation. There's so much like titillation. There's so much it's like the narrative is so thick. It's so fun. And you can dip into it whenever you want. You can be like, I'm gonna look at this for a long time. I'm not gonna give this too much more attention. But boy, the uh the John Young the John Young fun. As Sousa said, John Young's coming out party. Man, well, how stimulating. How awesome. 20% off the exerciser. Make your dick bigger. 40% off of Fit Aid. QR codes make it easy. 40%. That's just nuts. Vindicate, get your CEO apparel down here. No Plan B shirts, stuff like that. They got the Hiller Fit stuff over there too. VNDK8.com. BIRTHFIT, God, I've been hearing so much great stuff about BIRTHFIT. Three of my friends had a baby in the last week. It's nuts. CA Peptides, thanks for all your support. Ton of people I know in Santa Cruz are now using peptides, swearing by it. A lot of shoulder injuries for people I know. Loving the BPC 157. And someone called me yesterday and told me that if you do get the CJC 1295, make sure you get it with the DAC. They claim that the effects are noticeably better. And then, of course, every morning, start with Paper Street Coffee. You know what's funny is yesterday I talked about my kids' programming, and I sold a bunch of programming on SugarWatt. I never even mentioned that I have kids programming on SugarWatt. I forgot all about that. Or if I did mention it, I don't remember. But basically, I might as well tell you. I filmed 50 workouts with like no equipment. I mean, you can get a lot of just free stuff on YouTube. I mean, tons. But if you want to see just like 50 consecutive days that I did with my kids of workouts, and it's when my kids were younger. It's probably like for 3, 4, 5, 6, 7-year-olds. I actually don't even remember what the 50 workouts are. I haven't looked at them in years. But my kids are turning out good. So far, so good. Knock on wood. And then, of course, if you're not brushing with Matuthian by now, I don't know what to tell you. You're just doing it wrong. I was looking at the comments today. I was over at Andrew Hiller's video, and the video is called "World's Strongest Idiot," and it's crazy. The first comment up there from 2 minutes ago is there's room for both points of view. The thing is that one of them, view means that it's opinions. Like John saying that he doesn't like looking at the strong women is a point of view. But Andrew's not giving his point of view. Andrew's stating facts. It's so weird, the confusion that people have between facts and opinions. It's wild that people don't know the difference. It's not 2 points of view. That's the problem over there with them people who think that 2 + 2 is 5 is different than the point of view of 2 + 2 is 4. It's not like that. It's not like that. 2 + 2 is 4 is not someone's opinion or a point of view. I guess I'm taking that there's a heavy implication that 2 + 2 is 4 is some sort of point of view. I don't think it works like that. It's a trip. God, the comments are amazing. I wonder what that's like when you go on the internet to tell someone, "Hey, it's not cool that you called so and so ugly," but then twice in the video you call the people ugly. I wonder. Do you think what's his name? The world's strongest idiot. What's that guy's name? keep wanting to call him Mitchell Hopper now. Mitchell Hooper. Do you think Mitchell Hooper went back and watched his video and watched Andrew's video and is like, oh shit? He kept saying that John should take down the video because his point of view is offensive or whatever his reasoning was. But I wonder if I was Hooper, I would take down my video. Imagine teaching people math and every time you solve the problem, you solved it wrong. Would you eventually take it down? Like if you were giving the kids a math lesson, you're like, 8 + 8 is 19. Good job, kids. And then you tried to explain to the kids who got 8 + 8 is 16 wrong. Would you eventually just be like, ooh, that's a bad video? Not because I of course want him to keep it up. It's kind of like a expose on idiocy. By the way, for those of you who don't know what an NPC is, non-playable character, that's also a classic example of an NPC. He's just doing what he thinks that he's been programmed to do. Well, he's not what he thinks. He's just doing what he's been programmed to do by CNN, by the TV set, right? All those buzzwords he used. That's an NPC. He's just like going through the motions in order to get something on the other side. He's like a dog just doing tricks to get a bone. That's what an NPC is. Just the character that walks back and forth in a video game because that's what it's programmed to do. It's just all just program shit. And if you're friends with him, let's say you're friends with him. Let's say you're his wife and you watch that. Like, do you explain to him like, dude, you really fucked up. Your logic is all fucked up. You need to go back to school. You need to take like a critical thinking class or a logic class. Man, kind of pissed at Andrew because he basically did in 20 minutes what I tried to do in 40 minutes on my show. He's taking all my views. There's a great comment Andrew pinned up here from Storm Williams: the Dark Knight versus the White Knight. Jeff Bako, maybe all the steroids he took rotted his brain. I think steroids make your brain better. I think testosterone's like good for your brain. Eaton Beaver, check out Wad Zombie's meme. I know his meme is so funny. What's up, dude?
What's the meme?
Oh, it's this guy. What did he win? Pretty funny. The world's strongest man did some virtue signaling yesterday. It probably is not going to mean a lot to you because you haven't seen the videos, but it says, breaking news, Mitchell Hooper crowned as world's strongest virtue signaler. He's wearing a shirt, misogynist. He made a video. One of the guys on a CrossFit podcast here who I'm friends with, John Young, said that he didn't find the strong women attractive, and this guy lost his shit and came to their defense. And then in the video accidentally called them ugly twice. You know what I mean? Without knowing he was doing it. Like agreeing with them. With a mess.
You'd think it would be easy just to blow with the wind.
Uh-huh.
But it's rough, and you'd see even the very best at it, like Bill Clinton, wet his fingers, stick it up, and make the wrong turn. We'd quickly reverse, but he just tell me what I have to do so that you love me.
Yeah.
And I'll do
it. Wow.
For the most part, he pulled it off. But it's not easy is my point.
Right.
It takes a consummate professional. That's a 24-hour-a-day job.
Just being a slave to what the masses want?
Yeah, figuring it out just right.
Is that I guess that's what Kamala's doing now? They're just trying to get their finger on the pulse and just say whatever the masses want?
I'm seeing some really good chess. It may not be what it lacks in honesty, it makes up for in talent. She's moved all her positions approximate to his without even an explanation. And what it does for many is it will remove issues from the ballot. Pretty soon we're going to come down to, okay, who's prettier in pictures and who's younger and cuter.
You mean like the tips thing? Like a year ago they were giving the
stuff
IRS
on
more
the
resources to
border,
go
yeah,
after waiters and waitresses.
all that. She's mirroring him now, like you'd learn in some kind of neuro-linguistic programming bullshit sales course to do everything the other person does. So if
Oh
they're
shit!
scratching their head, you scratch your head. They lean forward, you lean forward, and pretty soon you're simpatico, and you get a sale.
There's this post on Instagram that I saw yesterday, Greg, where the guy, I wish I had it, I don't have it, but it's basically just all writing, and it says, "Hey, I need some advice. I have this employee who's been working for me for 3.5 years and hasn't fulfilled any of the things that they said they were going to do, and I'm obligated to give them a review now, and they're promising to me that they will do all the things that they were supposed to do in the last 3.5 years now if I keep them on. What do you think I should do?"
I get it.
What a trip. What a trip. How do you say that you're going to make the country better and do all these things when you've been in office and you're the one who created all these bad things? How are people not
If you
seeing
can't
it?
fix it, there's an engineering line. If you can't fix it, feature it.
What's that look like?
Bidenomics, brag about it.
Oh.
Look at my outstanding. Look at what we've done for the economy.
Right.
And then someone mentions inflation. You say lies. That was Trump. The border, lies. That was Trump. More lies. More propaganda. That's hard to do.
Hey,
that's hard. That shit's hard to do. That bald face, but like before you go out, you go, everyone's gonna know it's bullshit. And they're like, no, they won't. Like, I understand that it was Lanny Davis that told Clinton came up with that. It depends on what the definition of is.
Right.
And the hilarious thing is it worked. Everyone's like, what the fuck? What?
What was when did he use the word is? What was he referencing?
I don't know. Look it up. It was during his Monica Lewinsky mess.
Oh.
And the subject of fucking her was said depends on what the definition of is around that. And it's just like, and I always thought it was bizarre at the time, but it turned out that was someone's master crafting. And Bill was like, it makes no fucking sense. And Lanny said, it doesn't matter. Do it. And he did. In answer to a question in deposition. No one knows what to say after that shit. That's some conversation ending bullshit. It's like if you flop on the floor and start speaking tongues, I'm not sure where to go from there,
Did you watch any of the DNC?
Yeah. I made it farther than a lot of people.
Did you see the video where they doubled down on the fact where he said there's good people on both sides when he was referring to the neo-Nazi thing that happened, and they cut out the part where he says, but I'm not talking about the neo-Nazis and white supremacists, that they're horrible people or whatever. How do they get away with keep saying that over and over when it's just so not true? Then anyone can watch the video and see that it's not true, that they omit that part. Like, imagine telling a lie so big that there's a risk of you being caught and then being called a liar. Like, what you're using is supposed to help people's impression of you, but they could find out that you're lying in 1 second and undermining all your shit. They already in the debates, he already fucking slapped Biden around for that.
We're in a turf that isn't about logic or lies. That doesn't have the meaning you want it to, or the relevance. Look, what's going on at the border is deliberate. What you see as a bug is a feature. You think it's a defect, it's their asset. The border was deliberately opened to help make Texas, Florida, Arizona, to make these states bluer, more blue. And the thing kind of went shitty when Texas and Florida started bagging them up and sending them north where they were already very blue. stretch their infrastructure instead of making something red. Blue people aren't looking for more blue people to come in. They want the reds to go.
Right. They actually hate the blue people.
Well, that's your plantation stock.
Right.
The people that stick around. You want the guys like me to take off. And with my cash and jobs, frankly, too. Hey, political control isn't diluted if your policies are impoverishing. So you get your hands on the throat of some fucking country, say in Africa, and you bankrupt the place. You just run it into the fucking ground. It may have no impact on you. You still got a jet and a palace and a home in fucking New York City. You can even be a hero over here.
Right.
While you're fucking whacking people over back home.
Right.
That's kind of routine.
Greg, have you seen these videos that are talking about how they're going to get them to vote in the federal election? I don't remember all the details, but basically what's happening is there's illegal immigrants in, and when they cross the border, and if I forget what it is, there's some registration they have to do when they cross the border, and they say, do you have a social security number? Oh no, when you cross the border, they say, why are you coming here? And if you say, I'm coming for a job, then the first thing they do is they issue you a social security number. And then you have to sign this thing saying you'll pay taxes. And then it says, now in order to get a job, you have to get a driver's license. And so they go over to the DMV and they get a driver's license using their social security number. But and then as soon as you get your driver's license, it's coupled with voter registration. So they're automatically then registered to vote in federal elections. Have you seen that? What's going on in California?
No.
It's fucking scary. I guess the two the two systems, the DMV and voter registration, are somehow coupled together, and so then they're automatically registered to vote. And then there's a law, I guess, in California saying that if it's illegal to vote if you're an illegal immigrant, unless you're confused and you think you didn't know that you weren't allowed to vote. It's like got that in the writing. It's absolutely absurd.
It's architecture. It's that everything that's wrong is wrong on purpose notion again, rearing its beautiful head.
And how about RFK? You think that's going to affect the election?
Well, I don't see how it couldn't.
Right.
But I've got this bias, and it affected me. I mean, that was my guy.
Oh yeah.
I had serious reservations, and they were around her and where he was, frankly, in his political maturing. But it was happening rapidly, and it was rather amazing.
You're talking about the Shanahan lady, the goop?
At him personally.
Oh.
Then with her, I thought I just outright wasn't going to like her. Politically, ideologically.
I heard when he first coupled up with her, she said some things that I thought were absolutely batshit crazy. But I think she's probably had a rude awakening also. It sounds like in her most recent interview, she's had a really, really rude awakening. She's realizing I heard her the other day saying, all I wanted was a fair chance. And they didn't give us that. She said we were sued in every state. God, it sounds hellish running for president. Why did you like him? Why did you like him? The health stuff?
Yeah, I mean, how could I not? On COVID, on Fauci, on
chronic disease,
on this public health fiasco that was the vaccine, the downside of the vaccine, the lies. I like him on Israel and Gaza, Hamas versus Israel. I like him a lot there. He's talking about the federal deficit, and no other candidate is, and it's a very real problem. We're going to in 10 years we're going to be spending more servicing that our debt than we are in defense. Yeah, I think there's a lot of issues where he makes sense, and maybe in contradistinction to the others running, where he's defective. I think it's in his thinking, perhaps, and not due to a deficiency in character.
Right. What he said in his he said there's 3 places I align with Trump: Ukraine, freedom of speech, and protecting children.
And then he went into pretty good detail about chronic disease.
Yeah, crazy detail, right?
Yeah, I mean, for a political guy.
What did you think? What did you think when Clinton said, "I'm jealous of Kamala Harris because she's going to be the she's going to surpass me as the president who spent the most time in a McDonald's." And like, part of me is like, "Hey, lighten up, Sevy. It's just a joke." But it's like, "Hey, it's not a joke because that shit's that's like the problem."
I don't know, but he'll get paid for that.
By McDonald's?
Yeah, he's not stupid.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that the Clinton register is always on. There's always someone at the till.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that sounds like a donation to the foundation to me.
Hey, he seemed like he got really old. He wasn't talking so good.
He had heart surgery, 15, 20 years ago now, right?
Did he?
Remember? Yeah.
I was surprised how I was surprised that he was. I mean, I know 78's no spring chicken, but he really came across like an old man.
I had this client Dilworth, who was a Zenith CEO.
Mm-hmm.
I speak freely about him because I can't imagine him being alive. But he had Bill Clinton stories to tell, and Zenith had gone to Arkansas for assembly, I believe, for manufacturing,
like putting VCRs and shit together.
Yeah, and he ended up at Bill's for a ball game, and like there's cocaine and blowjobs for everyone.
Wow.
And he wasn't prepared for that, and it was shocking to him that how there was just this assumption that he would be all right, that he was just blown away.
No shit.
Yeah.
Have you seen
this? This is when he was governor. So I'm sure things have changed.
Have you seen the story about how Arkansas was the hub of cocaine in the United States?
Yeah.
In that airport?
Yeah. Yeah.
No one's denying that it was the hub. They're just the question. I guess the U.S. Cocaine supply was flying into a town called Mena or something,
yeah.
Arkansas, and it was they were bringing in $100 million a month in cocaine.
Go down the train deaths rabbit hole. These boys that had reported to friends and family and neighbors that they watched airdrops going on near the airport, and guys picking up the packages were out going to demo that to friends or something, show it, spying on it, and they smoked some weed and then fell asleep on the train tracks and got run over.
Oh, Nelly.
Yeah, and the coroner, this Fahmy Malik guy that did their autopsy, is a piece of work in and of himself, and it didn't take long to dig into him to see that there was a problem. Like, this is a coroner they called a decapitation a suicide, and then the guy was shot like 5 times in the head or something, and that was a suicide. He'd been working for the state machine for a long time. So if he ended up dead, this Fanny Malik could come along and could explain it as natural causes of suicide. Look him up.
Is he still alive?
I wouldn't think so, but
Fahmy,
like Fahmy Malik, Malik, I believe.
He's a coroner?
Yeah.
Fahmy Malek, coroner. Oh, he died in Florida in 2018.
Yeah, it's the same as
Oh, he was in Clearwater. He had a controversial tenure. Oh, cocaine cover-up. Wow. The record shows that Malek testified erroneously in criminal cases, that his rulings were reversed by juries, and the outside pathologist challenged his. Oh, shit. Wow. Oh, this is probably a good. They got a.
he ruled on the boys that, and you know how weed is, Sevy. You've been so high on weed you fell asleep and the train ran you over.
Not that high. I smoked a lot of weed. I don't ever remember getting so high that I fell asleep.
It lacks plausibility. Enough that you can almost tell what kind of experiences you've had and how likely you are to know what utter bullshit that is by just the point of finding it funny.
The Malcolm case on June 14th, 1989, Andrew Smith, 59, who police said had shot himself, was declared brain dead at University Hospital in Little Rock. Life support was withdrawn. A week later, Malek told officers that the order to end his life support was given by a deputy coroner, Mark Malcolm, who had consulted the Smith family, and then he would have to rule that Malcolm killed him. Police investigating Malek's accusations discovered that the attending physician had used a medical symbol on Smith's chart to show that life support was ended after the family had been consulted. The director of the state health department said Malek apparently had mistaken that symbol to mean without family consultation, and apparently had misread the chart to mean that the permission to end life support had come from Malcolm. Malek later apologized for his mistake. Jesus. Oh, yeah, man, this guy's corrupt as fuck. The list of his, man, oh, man. But the visiting pathologists were paid $20,000 from the Clintons' discretionary fund, and one said at the time that he and his colleague agreed during a meeting with state officials, including Betsy Wright, Clinton's chief of staff at the time, not to conduct a systematic review of Malek's case. Oh, wow. I heard that the show Ozarks was based on the Clintons. Did you ever watch that show?
No, but I've heard enough about it and know enough Clinton lore to, of course, huh?
Just a kind of a plagiarizing of their life.
How about the dead Clinton friends and associates? You seen that list? That's something to have fun with.
Yeah, that list is crazy. Brian, Standing, have you talked about what's happening in Aurora, Colorado? I briefly heard about that story. Did you hear about that story, Greg?
No.
The Venezuelan gangs that took over the apartment complexes, kicked all the people out and took them.
Huh.
And
that's diversity. That's just diversity.
And they're hunkered down in there.
Yeah. Enjoy it, and it's inclusive as fuck. Look at all the Venezuelans.
Right.
And there's equity. These poor people didn't have an apartment building. Now they do.
There's all these in all the interviews I've shown, it's all these black families like talking to reporters being like, fuck, we got fucking kicked out of here by the Venezuelan gangs.
The diversity, equity, and inclusive agenda, the system is to replace logic and law. You have something that's easier.
Right.
You honk the DEI horn every time you do anything you want to do to anyone.
Did you meet with RFK?
Spoken multiple times over an extended period, over a decade, long before candidacy.
And did you enjoy it?
Immensely. It left me with a certain bias. I'm not going to say we're friends, but he touched me. I mean, he called out of the blue to let me know that he was supporting my soda war.
Oh, shit.
And one of those things, I got a call and answered it, and he says, "This is RFK Jr., Bobby." And I was surprised, but it was a good talk. Murray Carpenter had just written a piece about me battling the soda fox, and I think Gary Taubes had told him that there's a secret war going on against Coca-Cola, and I'm a big player in it.
Where did the article, was that in the New York, was that in the Washington Post?
In fact.
Yeah, wild.
Yeah. Yeah, just like right before getting canceled, basically.
And then you supported his campaign, like you liked him.
Yeah, I sent him the legal max, I mean, he was my guy. And they told me their vote for him was just a vote for Trump. I said it was like a dog shit bag. I thought there was, for me, a certain level of distaste in having to vote for Trump. But I see the clearness of the choice, and if supporting RFK Jr. is just voting for Trump, and then he throws his support to him, that all worked out for me. So now as a RFK Jr. supporter, and I like Shanahan a whole lot better.
Yeah.
Hey, there's something worse than being a liberal.
Which is a Marxist?
Yeah, yeah.
Did you see the guy, who's the old bald guy who was he worked on a lot of Democrats campaign.
Carville. James Carville.
Yeah, did you see what he came out and said about RFK yesterday?
No.
Holy shit. He said RFK is insane and mentally ill, and then he needs to be put into a padded room, and that the mental health crisis is real in this country. Just straight fucking name calling. It's fucking nuts.
His apostasy is completely and utterly unforgivable. He draws the wrath that he does. It's akin to what happens to a black conservative.
Right. You mean because he's a Kennedy? You mean because he's a Kennedy?
That's right. Yeah, a Kennedy speaking truth to insane wacko politics.
See if I can find the video.
Hey, what happened that the Jewish vote doesn't matter?
It doesn't?
I don't know. They're acting like it doesn't. My Jewish friends speak of a general awakening within the community. This is in Ohio, even, New York, Jersey.
James Carville says, if we were a more humane country, we would have institutionalized RFK Jr. by now. He has no business being out on the street. In addition to being an anti-vaxxer who believes in chemtrails, which is crazy to not believe in chemtrails since there's loads of government websites now that show all the projects, especially the big one. We have some huge ones in the Bay Area. Kennedy once left a dead bear cub in Central Park, allegedly beheaded a dead whale to bring the head home with him. Oh, my goodness. Oh, God. These articles are just crazy. Talking about him.
I think Carville's frustrated. What's interesting about him, you get a completely different person depending on who it is that he's speaking to. Like, for anyone that gives a shit, look at him with Hannity. The respect and the open and easy filleting he does of Sean Hannity is rather mind-boggling. And then the very next moment, he's an asshole and says things like that. And it's always got this catty, bitey, zesty, if you will.
Yeah.
twinge to it that he feels like Southern Gothic pent up gay to me.
Oh, I could see that. Yeah, I could see that.
You know, it's just made him a miserable fucking human being.
Yeah. It's weird how all the interviews
go to Mardi Gras and suck a dick and smile and relax a little.
Yeah.
You do that now. That's the vibe I get from the guy.
Whenever he's on shows too, he's always like now like in his living room, like, you know, barely out of his pajamas and shit.
I think it's fair to say that Carvel and Karl Rove are kind of left-right equivalents. That's gonna piss some people off, but that's funny.
Joe Westerland, I see it. Joe Westerland, Venezuelan gangs are here in Omaha. Police bulletins have just come out about threats on officers, and one of the Mexican-American friends we work with was just victimized purchasing a stolen vehicle.
Yeah, Joe's just another one of these white racist guys.
Firefighter. They're all racist. Ultimately, the only thing that will save our country and our children is if we choose to love our kids more than we hate each other.
Hi, Grace. All my love, friend. Hey, yeah, that's platitudinous. But I think that I think there's something quite natural and honest to the hatred.
Well, for me, it is the threat to my kids.
There's people that like what's happened to the economy and like what's happened to the schools. Mm-hmm. That California isn't a failure in Gavin Newsom's eyes, in Pelosi's eyes. It's become more like what they want. Mm. Mm. You see it as a problem. For you, it is. For them, it's victory. It's success.
Right.
And now their girl's going to be president.
Oh, don't say that, Greg. Gino Zendejas, in 30 minutes, this conversation has covered the Clinton BJ cocaine parties to Venezuelan gangs in Colorado.
That's some good turf.
Yeah. Did you ever consider moving to Tennessee?
Yeah, I'm. You know what? I've been looking at farmland there for months.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah.
Mark Moss, Sevi, when are you moving to Tennessee? Scary, but he might be right. No, there's no way. There's no way she wins. It's fucking impossible.
I don't have a metric for that. What am I supposed to look at? Because what I have to do is I have to figure where the stupidity bar sits against the population. Where's the median? Because we know it's close to half. And we've just made everyone a lot dumber. I mean, they shut down the schools.
Did you see the town in Massachusetts that's doing curfews again? People have to be indoors at night because of some mosquito thing. It's EEE, some encephalopathy fucking. And then you look at the stats on it. It's like fucking no one gets it. Massachusetts is a great place to test dumb shit.
Be wary of public health. Public got to be spelled with P-I-K. It's a comfortable place for government to intrude on your rights. You turn medicine into herd management.
that idea that you just proposed, where you said that what I see as failure, they see as success. It's because I'm not
Well, it
like
is their success. They don't see
right.
it as they know they're winning. Look who's in control.
Right. And it's turning out exactly the way they want. Like
Yes.
the confusion is I want clean streets with no needles and no crime, and I
Right.
think for some reason they want the same thing I do. They're just going about it differently, and they're failing in their attempts. But the truth is they're getting exactly what they want, is what you're saying.
Right.
And it reminds me of when you're a little kid and people tell you Republicans are only out there for the rich and the Democrats are out there for the poor. And then you realize at one point, oh shit, no, the Republicans want everyone to have the opportunity to be rich, and the Democrats are trying to keep everyone poor.
My dad said this. He said he didn't appreciate resisting the claim that Republicans were the party for the rich and the affluent. But he said that the Republicans are the party of the powerful, the rich, the affluent, the overeducated, and the Democrats are the party of the poor and the downtrodden and the less intelligent. And he said, and they both have proven effective programs for increasing their numbers.
They make the poor faster than the Republicans can make the rich.
Make the poor poorer, more poorer, more of them, more people on the plantation.
Look at this. This right here is the distinction. This is interesting what Ethan's saying, because he sums up. This is exactly the distinction between Trump and Biden. So first they opened the borders. And before when Trump was president, if they caught you illegally, they put you back where you came from, and then you waited for a court date. Now what they do is you come over illegally, and they release you right away, and you wait for your court date in the country. And so Biden was proposing that what they do is that they take these 10 or 15 million people and they expedite their legalization as a cure for it. So that's the same way as saying that if someone, the way to fix crime is to make it legal to steal, and then all the stealing will go away instead of fighting stealing. And so that's what this guy's proposing. I'd be willing to bet most of the illegals coming over are hardworking, pay sales tax and payroll tax, and take no money back out. I don't know why they don't just streamline legalization and charge money.
You know,
so he's suggesting the Biden
I don't
plan.
think anyone's arguing that most of them are murderous gang members.
Right.
That's not the argument. And so good job knocking that one down, but no one thinks that. And so you're attacking a position that no one really occupies. And that being said, do the Venezuelan gangs put the thing back up, Sevi? What's the list? Because they may qualify. Do the gangs are the gangs hardworking? Dude, fucking hard. They pay in sales tax. If they buy anything they do, it's attached to the fucking gas you put in your car.
Right.
Payroll tax. If they get established, they'll have payroll tax, and take no money back out. What's that like? We're worried that the problem with the gangs is it's a financial drain.
Like they're sending money back to their families in their country, which clearly they are.
That they are doing.
Right.
That they are doing, not the gangs, but the others. And so what? I mean, I don't have a problem with people. In fact, my view. Without what we're calling illegal aliens, we starve to death. Y'all probably don't know this, but you would go hungry were it not for Mexicans that cross here illegally and pick your food and put it in the grocery stores.
They're not the ones coming over anymore.
California is feeding your ass. And we know who picks that shit. So you're there, whether you're at Interstate 8 or any of those places where there's border checks, and they stop this is on the U.S. side, they stop all the traffic, and they ask if you're a citizen or not, even if you got red hair and freckles. My dad asked of where. But when the white school bus comes by, packed full, no seatbelts, standing room only, full of people that are going to pick the vegetables, the border patrol people can't get the cones out of the fucking road fast enough to get that thing through. And there's not a single paper worker on that bus, on any of those buses. So it's a game we play.
But either way, let's say you agree with Ethan. Ethan, the problem isn't that the problem is that they're coming in illegally. And so I feel like what you're saying is just kind of a deflection of the issue. The issue is if you want to do that, they still need to stay on their side before they can come in. It can't be like, hey, you came in and now you have a court date in 5 years, and until then, enjoy yourself.
The vegetable pickers come in illegally, and they're hardworking. They pay sales tax. There's payroll taxes paid. The money they send out is significant to them, not to our economy. But their contribution to our well-being is immeasurable.
What about all the Chinese? What about all the Chinese and the Venezuelan gangs and the guys coming from?
Good people that are going to come over here and work, and there'll be a shot in the arm to the economy fund. It'll be good. There's others going to come over here to wreak havoc, rape, and be criminal.
But do you think that they should be streamlined in? Do you think that do you like this process? I can't fucking stand it.
No.
Let them come in and then figure it out once they're here. It's like letting everyone into Disneyland and then trying to figure out who has a ticket and who doesn't. Also, Ethan, if we have 300 million people,
I like that.
If we have 300 million people in this country and you let in 1 million people, that's the population upticks by 1/3 of 1%, right? So that's 33 hundredths. And that seems like I don't know what the fucking stats are on it that require the fucking country to keep moving forward by letting in illegals. But that's a big difference between letting in a 1% or 2% of the population in every year illegally. And how long do you think it takes to vet 15 million people? Let's say you had 1,000 people on the job and it took 24 hours to vet someone. Holy shit, dude. Ethan, that would take a massive amount of money and fucking hundreds of years to do. I remember there were so many foreclosures in California during the big foreclosure thing that they said it would take the banks 5 years to get everyone out of their houses.
Is that right?
Yeah. So that basically there was no threat.
Dude, it's freezing here.
Do you have fires going?
No. We will, though. I mean, it keeps us up.
Charge $20,000 to be legalized. The current process takes years. I know. Well, that's how my family got here. And it doesn't take years. It kind of depends. My dad got a scholarship here to Northwestern when he was 18 or 19 from Lebanon. Went to a seminary school for high school, got a scholarship, and just made it over here.
It's a success story.
Yeah.
Coming to Santa Cruz soon, Seth.
I know. I can't wait. I'm going to play this clip for you. This one's interesting. This is a different take, but the same thing on the confusion between what Democrats are doing or Republicans are doing in terms of keeping the poor poor and the wealthy wealthy. This guy, if I understood him correctly, he's basically saying that if you're a Democrat, you aspire. If you're a human being, you aspire to be well off in the United States, to be able to put food on your family's table. And so any attack on the wealthy is an attack on you because that's the direction you want to be going. They're basically nuking your destination before you get there, under the guise of hating rich people. Listen to this guy.
Interesting to me because on the one hand, these people claim to be for the American dream.
The American dream.
Dream.
American
American dream, dream the dream.
But then they'll turn around and disparage the whole idea of becoming rich.
My mom and my father didn't aspire to be wealthy. In fact, they were suspicious of folks who took more than they needed.
The reality is when they go after the rich, they are at the same time going after the aspirations of many of us to become financially comfortable enough to take care of our own families. They're not really for the American dream. They're for rations. I don't have to be in the 1% to be alarmed by what they're saying. Whenever the Democrats impose and implement these policies that go after the rich, yes, I am gone after too in that respect. It's not just the 1% they're going after. They're going after anyone who wants to put up money for themselves so they can have a quality of life. It is, after all, my responsibility to provide my quality of life. It's not the government's responsibility. It's interesting to me because
it's good, right?
Yeah. I think in fairness, though, the point needs to be made that the seriously rich aren't going to be dramatically impacted by Kamala and friends if they get in office. You can think they're going to tax me at 90% all you want. That'll never happen. I might throw some money in the direction that gets taxed 90%, but the bulk of it won't be in the line of that fire. No, all of this is to get votes from people that have trouble thinking clearly. And they think that someone's going to come get all my money and give it to the poor people, and it's not how it goes down. You know what's going to happen to me? I'm going to get richer. The rich are going to get richer, and what's going to happen is the middle class is getting just curb stomped, and you care about that or you don't.
Joe Westerland, I'm always confused as to why nobody talks about the United States being the world's lead in legal immigration. Enforce the current laws on the books, and the nation will lead by leaps and bounds. Well, there's some common sense for you. Pat Lang. Pat, I feel bad for you sometimes. You ever see the social experiments where they use black and white people with the exact same credentials to apply for interview jobs? Do you know what those results are? Pat, there was just this study that just came out. And it was, I forget which it was like the 5 biggest corporations in the United States, and they had hired 300,000 people last year, and 6% of them were white. Everyone knows what's going on now, Pat. All of us have friends who are out getting jobs. We all know what's happening. Just look around. You don't need a study, buddy. This is a show about facts, not about some fucking something you saw, some bullshit you're making up.
There's a fatal conceit in coming up with easy platitudinous adjustments for perceived social injustice. It gets into bizarre world fast. Forced growth inhibitors on children so that small people feel better about themselves.
And Pat, if you think there's something illogical, if you saw a white guy, a black guy, and an Asian guy, and you had to pick one of those guys to be your fucking surgeon for your brain, and you don't pick the Asian dude, and those are the only fucking qualifying factors you know is a black, white, and Asian, then you're fucking insane. A friend of mine was just telling me at UCLA the normal percentage of people after they finish the UCLA medical school, 80% of them used to pass the board. Now it's down to 50%. That same friend was telling me, I forget what the name of the school is, but it's some school in Pennsylvania where they have people who were in the 1 percentile on the MCAT who are in the fucking medical school. Is that the world you want to live in? I don't. the 1% on the MCAT. It's fucking nuts.
Yeah.
I had a friend tell me the other day, he's like, hey, dude, guess what? And he goes, what? He goes, I'm the token white guy at my work. And I go, what do you mean? He goes, that's what I am. Like, I really am that. Like, they just pat me on the head. I'm the token white guy. I'm the only white guy left in my department. And like and like no one cares what I think. They actually just keep me around because I'm a white male. It's like, that's fucking awesome. You know him too. Remind me to tell you who it is after the show. Does he work at a hip hop record label? No, that's a great question though. They got tons of Jews working at hip hop record labels. Hey, that doesn't, Pat, that's not the choice. I wouldn't pick anyone to do anything based on what they look like. I'd pick them based on what they've done. That's not the choice. You don't get that choice. You know, I'm not giving you any information. Your daughter's on the fucking on the operating table, and the only thing you can do is look at 3 guys. That's what that's the choice. You're just avoiding the question because you know what I'm saying is true. If you saw a white guy, an Asian guy, a black guy, and a Mexican guy, and I asked you, hey, you have one shot to pick who makes the most money, you go on the odds. Asians make twice as much as whites. Whites make twice as much as blacks, and so on average in this country. You pick the Asian guy. Hey, and that's the same reason. Have you seen more and more, Greg, that they're lumping? Like, you know how they're saying more and more, like you'll see just out in the open, this job isn't available to white people. Now I'm starting to see this job isn't available to whites and Asians. Asians are getting fucked.
I haven't seen those signs.
You haven't seen them like on LinkedIn or on Facebook or like on like Apple just put out a job posting that said, and it was they had something in there about no Asians and white people for some department.
I missed all of that.
Because you're in Idaho.
Yeah.
You're not seeing that anywhere. You're out of your mind, Pat.
No. I'm not.
Oh, it was Apple's development team. Is that what it was? Dude, Pat, 2 years ago, you thought trannies reading to kids in libraries was made up. And now they got them reading to kids in the White House, dude. Yeah, you're Hawaiian. I live. Wait, I'm Hawaiian. Yep, Asian. Sevi, I'm taking a doctor with the last name Patel. Yeah, me too. Thank you. My kids, I mean, I know I've told this story a million times, but you know, my kid's skate coach, your kid's gone with me a few times. He was the graduated #1 in his fire academy over in San Jose. And when he applied for a job, they're like, hey, dude, no white dudes. Sorry, not here. They just told him that they said it out loud to him. Finished top in his class, like 150 dudes.
Luke?
No, I don't want to say his name, but good, not Luke. Luke's the skate coach here. The other one that's over the hill in San Jose. Hey, you know, we're doing. I think Haley contacted Kara. We're doing a CrossFit class for homeschool kids. I think Haley contacted Maggie. It'll be. I think it's starting like in 2 weeks when you get here. Over on Swift, you know?
Oh.
I know it sucks that it's all the way over there, but that's where our gym is.
Yeah.
But I think it's at a good time of day. It'll be quick. You know what I mean?
We'll try. I'm going to see if we can get there by going east.
What do you mean?
Dude, I'm not heading west into town.
Oh, right. Because of the traffic?
Well, there's that. Yeah, there's the hour each way to go 5 miles down the fucking road. Yeah, there's that. But the element down there.
I think it's gotten better. You're old school. That's when the West Side was scary.
Yeah, old school. We go to a Willie Nelson concert.
Oh yeah, that's right. I remember. Yeah.
And some homeless fuck pulls a foot-long knife on the father-in-law. What? That's while parking.
I forgot about that. That was just a couple years ago, right?
And I'm like, why do I come down here? It was tough because I like had a pistol in the car, you know?
Right. Pistola.
Yeah. Just fuck that place.
If it makes you feel
They're
any
gonna
better.
break into your car or jack you up.
Yeah.
Or because my car is not a piece of shit, just scratch it.
Just hate you because your car's nice.
Uh-huh. You got all that down there in abundance. Newsomville, keep it.
I had a piss in the car yesterday. Why would you do that, dude? You live on the Isle of Man. Can't you just walk to the side of the road and pee? Why would you pee in your car? Like you peed in a Coke bottle or something? Gatorade bottle?
Thanks for sharing, bud.
Yeah. What is it? But he's English. I'm not sure what he means by had a piss in the car. Like a laugh? What does Dave think about this political move to go with camps? I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is. I'd like to know though.
Yeah, what is that?
Oh, there's some good comments in here. Greg, sorry. Sorry for what? Having his car scratched? All right. Quick show today.
Yeah. Covered a lot of turf. You're probably tired.
Whew. You want to do one more fun thing? Did you hear about the Taliban yesterday?
No. What about them?
It's weird. It's weird that this came out just recently because it's been known. New Taliban law prohibits women from speaking or showing their faces outside their homes. They're no longer allowed to speak outside their homes. Have been condemned by the UN and met with honor by human rights groups. The Taliban published a host of new vice and virtue laws last week, approved by their supreme leader, Hibatullah Akhundzada, which state that women must completely veil their bodies, including their faces, in thick clothing at all times in public to avoid leading men into temptation and vice. Women's voices are also deemed to be potential instruments of vice and so will not be allowed to be heard in public under the new restrictions. Women must not be heard singing or reading aloud, even from inside their homes. Whenever an adult woman leaves her house out of necessity, she's obliged to conceal her voice, face, and body, the new law states. They're not allowed to look directly at men, nor are they allowed not directly at men. They are not related to by blood or marriage. And taxi drivers will be punished if they agree to drive a woman who is without suitable male escort. Damn. Free Palestine.
It's an unimaginable way of life. For me, all cultures aren't the same.
It's fucking amazing.
Aren't of equal value.
Where are they're in Afghanistan primarily, the Taliban? Wow. Jake Chapman, I could get used to it.
It's good. Well, you ought to. I think that's what's happening there, right?
Holy shit. They are in Chicago. Are they? Let me see if Tyler explained what he meant by camps. I don't see it. Oh, here we go. Camps equals Kamala's backing camp. Trump equals RFK, Vance, Gabbard. They're moving as a force. Oh, Yeah, that's interesting. By the camps, he means the fact that instead of it being like, the Bushes are endorsing Kamala, whereas RFK and Tulsi, who are Democrats, are endorsing Trump. And that it's breaking more into camps than it is political parties, which is kind of what we're used to. I mean, it's more evidence of that we're in a culture war.
If Trump were the Nazi that he's claimed to be, there would have been a fracture within the Republicans. But instead, what's happened has been a fracture in the party that can, with a straight face and maybe even in earnest, compare him to Hitler. I mean, it's now the party of people stupid enough to believe that. Imagine that. They've compared him to Hitler enough times that there's fucking idiots in the party that the average Democrat, I think, is stupid enough to believe it.
It reminds me of when they did. Do you remember during COVID? Then they would ask Democrats how many people, if you get COVID, what are the chances of you dying? And people were like, the Democrats would answer like 80%.
Yeah. They love that shit.
You are electing Kamala's camp. You are electing Kamala's oligarch handlers. Did you also see? Do you think they're going? Do you think that they're going to debate? I guess she wants to change the rules of the debate. She wants Vance next to her now, and she wants sorry, she doesn't want Vance next to her. She wants it to be sitting down, and she wants show notes, and she wants the mic open. Do you know why she wants the mic open? So she can deliver that line. Do you know what the line is? I'm not done talking. Like, she wants to do one of those virtue signaling moments where she's the strong black woman who stands up to the blue-eyed white man. Do you know what I mean? Do you remember that when she did that to Pence? That was like her highlight. That's the only reason why she wants the open mic, so she can have that moment again.
She'll do like Fami Willis at the trial, where you lapse into this like it's a church thing, and
right?
You can't shut up, or you're a racist.
Right.
Good. Do that.
Patrick Clark, Tulsi and RFK.
Listen, there's a problem in hiding Biden's senility. They weren't able to. And the problem we have with her is hiding her stupidity.
Right.
Can she be taught enough lines to carry the evening? Will she go, freeform? Her and Joe both. Joe would be like, well, anyways. And then, oh shit, the Mrs. Jill's moving to pull him from the stage. And with her, she just gets this natural enthusiasm and speaks off the cuff, and her idiocy is revealed. So you live in fear of a Venn diagram yellow bus moment if you're one of her handlers.
Does she know that? Does she know that?
Yes, she's been told.
Really?
What the fuck was the fucking smile? They're talking about dying children. You can't do that. God damn it, Kamala. God damn it. Now I have to explain that. What are you trying to do? You trying to get us, trying to end our career? I would hope that she's around people like she's got to be.
It is weird that she's not giving any interviews, right? I think she's about to give an interview.
She can't.
Supposedly she's going to sit down with CNN, but she's going to have Walls by her side. And they're going to have a sticky dance too there, because if he's perceived as ever trying to big dick her or talk over her,
they'll have some sign. Other than ripping his hair out, right?
Right.
I think there's going to be trigger issues. I think you have to keep her off Venn diagrams and yellow school buses.
You're gonna love this. I forgot about this. You're gonna love this. You know that woman who wrote White Fragility? Do you remember?
Yeah, I remember that.
Robin DiAngelo. This is the lady. This is fucking epic. Okay, here we go. Look at this.
Robin DiAngelo, the author of the book White Fragility, has been accused of plagiarizing minority scholars. You might remember this lovely lady. She's made a fortune telling white people about their inherent bigotry. People pay up to $40,000 per person to attend seminars to be told how terrible they are. It's like going to a really expensive wellness retreat where instead of finding yourself, you get to discover just how much everyone secretly hates you. DiAngelo is now under scrutiny after a complaint was filed with the University of Washington, which outlined 20 examples of alleged plagiarism of 2 minority scholars. DiAngelo's Guide to Anti-Racism: Step 1, acknowledge minority voices. Step 2, pretend they're yours.
It's always, they always eat their own. They always eat their own.
Hey, you know that quote by the Dean Smith that I'm so fond of that I took that talking rot from, the primary purpose of an education. I'll find it. But I wanted to say something about that. Give me just a second.
Dean Smith, primary purpose of an education. Was he a men's basketball coach?
No. It was 1912 or 14. Here, I know I've got it here.
Take your time. Patrick Clark, Tulsi and RFK are independents. The only reason why they support Trump is because they think they have positions on Trump's staff. Trump made the same agreements before. I don't think that's the only reason, Patrick. I don't even think that's close to the only reason.
Okay, I want to read this to you.
Okay.
And this is from John Alexander Smith, professor of moral philosophy and a dean at Oxford. And the year is 1914. And he says, "Gentlemen, you are now about to embark upon a course of studies which will occupy you for 2 years. Together they form a noble adventure, but I'd like to remind you of an important point. Some of you, when you go down from the university, will go into the church or to the bar or to the House of Commons or to the Home Civil Service or the Indian or Colonial Services or into various professions. Some may go into the army, some into industry and commerce. Some may become country gentlemen. A few, I hope a very few, will become teachers or dons. Let me make this clear to you. Except for those in the last category," and that's what I want to talk about, the last category, "nothing that you will learn in the course of your studies will be of the slightest possible use to you in afterlife, save only this, that if you work hard and intelligently, you should be able to detect when a man is talking rot. And that, in my view, is the main, if not the sole, purpose of an education." And that's funny. It's wonderful. It's also, I think, fascinating in that why is it that group of educators is accepted from learning to detect rot when a man is talking rot?
Rot meaning bullshit?
Yes. Yeah. And the reason for that, if you think hard about it, it's twofold. One is because you're going to be a talker of rot. And the other thing is that having sensitivity towards it would be a detriment to your career, not an advantage. See, you have to be a purveyor and a believer of bullshit. And this guy saw that in 1914. But it is true. And it's true today. And the subject, I thought of that because you were talking about, do you believe this or not? Weren't you?
Yeah. Yeah, 100%. The sole purpose of an education is to be able to distinguish between bullshit and not bullshit.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it's fucking awesome.
One of the things I want to do in our seminars is put people on a course towards plausible reasoning and just exploring it, giving thought to it. I say it's the most important thing taught nowhere. And just for lack of a better resource, Wikipedia is a good place to launch on that, because you can go everywhere from there. Best of Polya, Polya. But plausible reasoning is critical to healthy faculties, to being of sound mind and judgment.
I love Tulsi, but she knows her only way to the White House in any capacity is to align herself with the party that she left and also ousted her. Yeah, but do you see the way you worded that undermines what you previously said, that she's basically just going to the highest bidder. She made those decisions about who she is and her points of view and how she sees the world. Not the first time was the implication is she said that she made those views or made those changes because as a way to get to the White House. And that's not why I don't believe that that's true. I believe it's the way you said it here. She had a change of perspective and views and understanding of how the world worked, and that caused her to leave the Democratic Party. And then after that, it kind of doesn't matter what happens. So this second one, I don't know. Your tone, Patrick, is that there's something malicious in it.
Patrick, you may be just in slow motion here, learning something that everyone would come to see eventually if you stay interested, and that is that almost all conservatives were once liberals, and that it never ever goes the other way. You don't grow into liberalism from a conservative ideology or mindset. Liberalism is a failed intellectual development. Sorry, friends, family. It's failed intellectual development.
Oh, did Lieberman flip? Lieberman was I didn't know he became a Republican. That was the West Coast, the guy or East Coast guy who ran for president.
Get your hands on conservative intellectual movement in the United States since 1945 by George Nash. And what you learn is that the almost the entire host of conservative intellectual writers, and there've been some just powerful, wonderful figures in there. They're almost all socialists or worse at one point.
Someone the other day showed me I can't remember if it was a congressman or a mayor or a governor who was a Republican who switched to Democrat in Arizona. And so I started doing some research on him, and he's like in charge of electric cars in the state of Arizona. And then it quickly became that the only reason why he flipped was for financial reasons, because he was concerned that the Republicans were going to kill the enforcement that gas cars leave forever. And it took like 5 minutes to figure that out. Because I asked the person, I'm like, hey, I know why a lot of Democrats switch to Republican. It's because of this, and this, and they say it. What's the reason why this person switched? And they go, all they kept saying is that it's not the party that they signed up for. It's not their father's party. I'm like, but they won't give you any reasons, right? And they said no. And then so as soon as you start digging, this guy's, I forget what it is, but he's like president of the electric car fucking foundation in the state of Arizona. Sleeky, I don't know anyone who's employed, married, has children, a mortgage. It can be anything but a conservative. Yeah, it's true. I don't know either. Jen Donaldson, I like that, Greg, on liberalism. So true.
Yeah, it's a sad thing to see happen to an adult. Hey, here's
They Fossil Future, Alex Epstein, why global human flourishing
requires more oil, coal, and natural gas, not less.
Was that a gift or did you buy that?
I was told of it, and I started reading, and it had kind of this, of course, there's just another, potentially. I'm gonna look into it, but it wouldn't surprise me. I think it's probably correlates to like Lomberg's view of particulate emission and chemical emissions diminishing as the income rises in countries.
Oh yeah, I
And
saw some.
in the end, clean air and clean water look like luxury goods.
Yeah,
mortality tracks inverse to per capita production of electricity.
I heard this guy gave this whole talk the other day. It was fucking awesome. I wish I would have sent you a link to it. But he basically said the byproduct of wealth is a clean and healthy environment. And then right after I heard his whole speech on that, I met a guy the other day who was here. I told you about him. He's a physician and he moved to San Diego to surf. But you can't surf in San Diego because Tijuana dumps 25 million gallons of raw sewage, one of the poorest cities in the world, into the fucking ocean right next to San Diego. Even though San Diego has some of the cleanest fucking water in the world, it's just completely fucked because the poor country south of us is dumping all their shit in there because they don't have the resources to fucking clean their water. They don't have the water treatment plants. It's like, well, there's the example for you. Yeah, you never see any filthy rich neighborhoods. That's weird.
There's no graffiti here in northern Idaho.
It's wild. The intellectual leap. If you it's a misconstrued that like people on the left think that if you don't care about the color of someone's skin or their sexual preference that you don't like them. Do you know what I mean? They make that leap. When it's like completely the most accepting. Have you seen these videos where the guy will wear a Trump shirt and go to a Biden rally and he gets fucking absolutely attacked, but you wear a Biden shirt and a Trump rally and people come up to you and talk to you? Like, hey dude, what's up?
I had black affiliates tell me that a colorblind policy was racist.
Yeah, that's fucking nuts. Pat, I think I'm.
Our claim was that it was colorblind, that if it were truly colorblind, it was then truly racist.
I remember that.
And so this is the point where there's, you think you're having a conversation, but you're not. It's just a period of lip flapping, mutual lip flapping. You might even take turns.
It's almost like there's a fear of acceptance. Someone once said, if you're 20 and you're not liberal, you don't have a heart. If you're 40 and you're not conservative, you don't have a brain. Not sure I got that exactly right. I heard that too, but I don't. That's not true.
Close enough.
I agree, but all the conservative people I know are the nicest fucking people in the world. All right. Thank you.
You're very welcome, man.
I can't wait. I can't wait for you to come.
What's the weather there today?
I'm looking outside and it's overcast, but I bet you it's going to get really fucking warm again. Well, when I say warm, I bet you it's going to get into the 80s again. I mean, we're about to go into our, this. I mean, we're about to go into our 2 best months of the year right now.
Yeah, I don't want to miss it.
Yeah, it's going to be amazing. And it's fucking, your house is probably crazy right now. Your trees and everything are probably going nuts. Everything's just exploding here. All right, there. Love you, dude. Bye. Hurry to Santa Cruz.
Bye.
Tell Maggie I said love her. Oh, you're gone. All right. Miss Ridow, it's not the first time Sevy's been excited for Greg to come. Fair. This is an event. This is an event. This is called the Cooper's Hill Cheese Rolling and Wake. It's an annual event held on the Spring Bank holiday at Cooper's Hill near Gloucester, England. Participants race down the 180-meter 300 plus 240. That's 540 feet, which is 1/10 of a mile. 1/10 of a mile long hill, chasing an elusive wheel of double Gloucester cheese. From the top of the hill, a 4-kilogram, what is that, like 10 pounds, round of double Gloucester cheese is sent rolling down. Competitors then start racing down the hill after the cheese, with the first person over the finish line at the bottom of the hill awarded the cheese. Competitors aim to catch the cheese. However, it has around a 1-second head start and can reach high speeds of up to 70 miles an hour. Members of a local rugby club are enlisted to line up at the bottom to catch tumbling competitors. The event has a long tradition, held by the people of the local village of Brockworth, but now people from all over the world take part. The first written evidence of cheese rolling is found in a message written to the Gloucester town crier in 1826. However, even then, it was apparent that the event was an old tradition. It is believed to be at least 600 years old, and it may have evolved from requirement for maintaining grazing rights on the common. There also may be pagan origins for the custom of which rolling objects down the hill, which is said to be a fertility rite to encourage the fruit of harvest. This is absolutely nut. Gloucester, thank you. Not Gloucester, Gloucester, not Chester, thank you. This is a PFAA required it to be a cashew cheese. What you are about to see, Gloucester. Don't pronounce all the middle letters. Okay, listen. Don't do this. Is so fucking dangerous. This makes the CrossFit Games look like the safest thing you've ever seen. What you're about to see is truly unbelievable. I can't even believe this is real. Are you ready? Okay, here we go. Some dude had a backpack on. I think I read somewhere else that every year people get really hurt doing that. Pat Lang, the only thing more dangerous than that is a swim event at the games. The day after Lazar Jukic died, you talked about people not understanding that they're not their thoughts. I thought a lot about that. Can you talk more about that? How you separate your thoughts from yourself? I don't separate them. You're responsible for your thoughts. I mean, if you want to be happy, you're accountable and responsible for all of your thoughts. That's what's crazy, because so many people have so many thoughts that they're not even aware of, right? But you are not your thoughts. It's an absurdity. You know, like I'm not Sevon. So that's just completely absurd. But it is the sound that signifies who I am, that I respond to. That I don't have any illusion that I couldn't have been Mark or John, or it's all thoughts. I'll do a whole show on it. The thing is when you going into this discussion, what's funny is inevitably there's always someone who wants to try to throw it in my face when there'll be a thought that I myself will get attached to. It's inevitable. It's the same reason, I haven't talked about this in a long time. It's the same reason why you could never know that. It's the same reason why racism is not real. And so many people have trouble understanding that it's just an idea, or that no one could ever know if someone else is racist. You could never know because it's just a thought. Oh, that sucks. Your affiliate's closing, Pat Lang? My affiliate closes Saturday. Sad day. Might move to Cali and work out of Sevon's house. So am I responsible for the sex dreams I have about PK? You are. You are responsible for them. They are not you, but you are responsible for them. How about when the KKK hangs a dude? Is that not real? No, that's totally real. That's totally real. But when you say it's racist, that's you just trying to understand it. That's you. That's you just trying to fucking make sense of it. I mean, it's only if you care what's real or not. Most people don't care. It's like it's no different with about the red light meaning stop. Like, do you really think it means stop? Or it's just a thought you have that you obey? Only they know. So they aren't hanging him because he's black? Only they know. It's their thoughts. Only they know. Graciano Rubio, we're one step away from someone telling us to smoke DMT. I mean, gravity, once again, just an idea. Until someone can, it's the predictability part, right? Gravity's some sort of what's it called? Explanation that explains the physics of our reality. And until there's a better one that comes along, that's the one we're going to go with. Dave's great. I think Dave's great. You know, he's processing. As long as he doesn't kill himself, I'm cool. He's processing. Did you guys see have you guys been watching this guy's videos? Where is it? This guy Marco. Have you
Part 4.
have you guys been seeing this stuff? This guy was on a team and he was there at the games and he was in all the meetings and shit. Birds aren't real? They're not? Birds are real. Birds are real. Real isn't real. That's true too. But birds are real. Okay. Sevon, today's WOD, 5 rounds, 30 calories on the rower, 30 wall balls for time. Whoo. I did a good one the other day, Jeff. You'll like. I did. It was cool. I did 4 dumbbell snatches with the 50-pound dumbbell. I did 5 push-ups and 3 chest to bar pull-ups. And I just did that for 20 minutes, those 3 movements. It was good. I don't normally use the 50-pound dumbbell. By the 10th round, it got kind of easy. First 10 rounds were a bitch. I was warmed up good. I was sweating when I started, before I even started. What was it? 4 dumbbell snatches with 50 pounds, 5 push-ups, 3 chest to bar pull-ups. No, just 2 on each side. Just 2 on each side. I was testing out my left bicep. I don't know if it's good, but it didn't injure it. I kind of did, Pat. I did it just kind of for the pump. You know what I mean? I was like, oh, I want to work. I think I was going somewhere or something, and I wanted to feel swole. So I thought, oh, I should do snatch. I should do the snatch to get my legs going, and I should do push-ups to get my triceps and chest going, and I should do the pull-ups to get my biceps going. I think it was like a vanity workout. But I felt a little nauseous when I was done. 20 minutes of it. It was fucking a lot. I think I got 20 rounds. So this is gnarly. This is a gnarly. This thing's crazy. This guy's giving it up. I don't know if we should watch this or not, like we did the Mitchell Hooper video. You guys want to watch this?
Return to competition. I must start by telling y'all, this one isn't going to be quite as friendly as last.
This one's not going to be quite as friendly as the last.
And I'm going to try not to ramble on or get too fired up, which I should be able to do. But I'm going to reference some people here that may not appreciate it. Again, I'm not going to name names, but I'll reference teams and you'll be able to figure out who it is. The situation I'm going to talk about.
I'm going to reference teams and you'll be going to be able to figure out who it is. Basically, he's talking about if you didn't see part 3, he basically talks about the situation when the athletes met for like 4 or 5 hours with Dave. And it's intense. It's the best description I've heard of it so far.
Was somewhat of an attack on me, my team, other athletes. So if I get
this guy's been around forever, by the way. I think he's like, he might even own an affiliate, but I think he's been around for like 15 years at a super high level.
A little off target. I might have to edit this video, hopefully not. Either way, I'm going to speak honestly and candidly. Frankly, I'm not worried about getting canceled by anyone for telling the truth and about a situation in my perspective. So Friday starts with a tribute for Lazar.
By the way, this is at 1.25 time.
And honestly, it wasn't what we were all expecting. It was pretty disappointing from our experience. I think we wanted to see some kind of video, montage, pictures, music, some kind of highlight, something to remind us a little bit more. It was literally just an in and moment of silence and then right out.
So he's saying that he thought the tribute. I think this is just completely absurd. Not thinking the tribute was long enough. Like, I don't like, once again, like you went to a funeral and the roses weren't big enough. But whatever. That's fine. And also they have Dickies for a certain amount of time, and there were the ESPN shows. And so they had to basically fit this in to a very tight schedule where CrossFit runs that event minute by minute by minute. The dude looks unfit. No, the dude's fit as fuck. The dude's fit. The dude's a legit CrossFitter. Did he pull part 1 and 2 down? No, I don't think he did. I think part 1 and 2 were private links he sent out originally. He didn't pull them down. I forget where they were posted, but you had to someone sent it to me, but it was only certain places. Pat Lang, I don't care how long it was. It just wasn't a tribute. Just don't call it a tribute. It was a moment of silence. All right, fine. Don't call it racism then.
With a lot of buildup and a lot of emotion attached. After that, we left, and I know there was more on the broadcast side, but we weren't aware of that as athletes on the floor. Every athlete probably felt the same way, that this wasn't enough, or what we were promised from the CrossFit staffers, telling us they would take care of it. But that aside, we knew we had to put that aside at the moment and go out there to compete. Our team was competing in about 45 minutes.
I mean, what do you guys think? They only have Dickies for a certain amount of time. They have an ESPN contract. They have to get through all the workouts. Everything, as everyone knows at the games, is scheduled minute to minute to minute, second to second. Are you guys a little tired of hearing that the tribute wasn't long enough, or the moment of silence wasn't long enough? Hey, Pat, some people said it was only 19 seconds and that wasn't long enough. It's like, Jesus criminy, dude. The whole entire event was awake. But anyway, okay. But he's just telling us how he felt there. So what do you Christians say? I'm going to give him grace. Here we go.
And we still had to warm up. This was going to be the first heat to start the games for the teams. And it was time for us to get focused on what we came here to do. We got warmed up and headed to the secondary warm-up area. They usually hold us there. It's about 10 minutes, I think. There's 10 teams in the heat. So they have us hang out there until we go to the corrals, whereas you just wait and stand for about 5 minutes. A few minutes before we're supposed to head to the corrals and take the floor, the team captain from the Rhino team comes up to me and asks if we're willing to delay our start by 1 minute.
The team captain of the Rhino team. I don't know what team that is. Does anyone know? Oh, did 12 Daily Doses block me? I'm not seeing his comments. Maybe he was tempted by your photo.
I'm like, why? Where is this coming from? What for? You got to remember, I'm in the place where I'm about to compete. I've warmed up. I'm hot. I'm ready to get started. First workout for us. A lot of emotion. People come up to you and asking you questions just in the moment. It's pretty hard to handle, but I quickly told them no and moved on to getting my team finished warming up and prepared.
So someone asked him to someone from a team called Rhino asked him to take a moment of silence when they went out there, and he said, "Nah, eat a dick."
A few minutes go by, only a couple. Like I said, we didn't have long. We're getting notified that they were going into the corrals in 1 minute. This little blonde girl from the Peak 360 team and someone else from our European team comes up to me asking me, why won't you wait?
Someone from a Peak 360 team. I don't know who that is either. And some European team.
1 minute. Everyone else is willing to wait but you. And I asked them the same questions that I asked the last guy that asked me that. And their responses were, to me, unacceptable. In my opinion, they just wanted to show some kind of solidarity and tell CrossFit, F you.
So that didn't peak as Noah's team. So the girls came up to this dude from Noah's team. Who are the girls? It's I never thought of it like that. Was that minute solidarity against CrossFit? I thought it was in commemoration of Noah. I thought it was in commemoration of Lazar, so people could think about him and his family. I thought it was like to appease, like if his family was watching or something, that they knew that their brother was being thought of, and that would make them feel good. What is the reason for a moment of silence? What is it? I don't even know what the reason is. One of my friends who's a Christian's like, the Catholics believe that if you pray for someone after they're dead, that you can pray for them, but as Christians, they don't. You're either saved or you're not saved. Fuck, I don't know. I guess I don't even know what the point of the moment of silence is. Just out of like respect. What does that mean? Respect out of, and for who? I mean, it's a nice gesture for Luca and his family. So you know what I mean. It shows that, like, hey, I guess we recognize that your brother's gone and he meant a lot to you. And I don't know. I guess I don't even know. But anyway, I don't know. I never thought of that moment of silence as a protest against CrossFit. But he's suggesting that with what they told him, the reason they're doing it was some sort of solidarity against CrossFit. I never even thought of that. Oh, the kneeling is protest. I thought it was like, we love you, Lazar moment. I thought the 1 minute of start line was to signify they didn't care about the leaderboard, just to work out for Lazar. Yeah, whatever that's what I thought too. I don't even know what that means, but I thought that too. Like, hey, just so you know, fuck, I don't even know. Once I start thinking about it, the whole thing is absurd. But I understand that some absurd things happen when people are emotional. Give my fuck you minute back. But if they didn't care about the leaderboard, then they wouldn't ask for their minute back. Even if they were told they were going to get their minute back, then it's kind of misleading to the audience, right? Because the audience thinks what this guy thinks, William thinks, that it was to signify that they don't care about the leaderboard. But if you ask for your minute back, then they obviously did care about the leaderboard. I don't fucking know. What a mess to think about it.
For not doing enough, because people were upset again about the tribute from the morning, which I understood.
Oh, now I get it. I should have let it play out more. He's saying that the tribute that they wanted to take a minute because the time that CrossFit gave for their tribute or wasn't enough. So it was their way of saying, fuck you to CrossFit, we'll do our own. Okay. Thank you. Okay, I get it. And he's like, fuck that, we're not doing that.
But I wasn't going to overreact in the moment. And if you don't believe me that that's what they were trying to do or what she was saying to me, I can tell you that's pretty much exactly her words from the night before when we were all grouped up and they were talking about CrossFit. There's plenty more that I could repeat and I won't repeat because I don't think it's acceptable and not something I really want to emulate to other people and talk about. I replied by telling them.
At least I respect that. Even though I don't agree with them, I respect it. Like, hey, fuck you. We'll take matters into our own hand then. Okay. Even though I don't agree with them. I mean, I agree with him. I don't agree with her, whoever Peak 360 Fitness is or Rhino Fit or whatever.
These two. One, I and we have not discussed this as a group in any conversation on Thursday, the day before, or today and Friday. Not that we had much time anyways.
I did hear that the girl who came up to him and told him that I don't know if this is true, but I heard the girl that came up to him and said, hey, you guys need to basically take the minute. I heard that she, on her Instagram, wish I could fucking remember her name. I heard on her Instagram, she had to ask her sponsors before I heard in all of her tributes to Lazarus, she also tagged all her sponsors, made sure she tagged them all. And then also asked her sponsors if it was okay to start posting stuff that's just normal shit again. That she had to ask her sponsors that. I mean, it doesn't surprise me. We already know all they care about is their followers and the money. And by followers, meaning that's what Greg was saying earlier. Like you're just trying to put your finger on the pulse and post things that make you popular. It's just fucking bizarre to me. Sevi, do you have a code word or an eye movement to tell your wife you have a boner and can't get out of the swimming pool right now? No. And if I have a boner, I just walk over to her and tell her to make it go away.
2, you can't guarantee me everyone's willing to participate in what you're talking about in the remaining heats, seeing how we were the first, and then there was a second and a third heat to come.
But if it's a true sacrifice, he's basically saying you can't guarantee me that everyone's going to drop the knee for a minute. But if it's a true sacrifice, you wouldn't even care about that, right? I'm not taking a dig at this guy, Marco Polo, but it doesn't matter. If you're going to take a knee for something like that, it doesn't matter if everyone does it or not. And like I said, I'm not criticizing him. It's the other people. Like, what do they care if he's taking the knee or not? Do you want to sacrifice the minute or not? Like, that's how important. Listen to this. Wow. I didn't even think about this. We want to take a knee to say, fuck you to CrossFit because you didn't do a long enough tribute. And we are fucking on the moral high ground. Unless someone else isn't going to take the knee, then that wouldn't be fair. Holy shit. This is getting weird. This is like the Mitchell Cooper thing. We're going to take a knee because CrossFit didn't do enough. We stand by Lazar. This sucks that he died. Competition and money don't matter to us. Oh, wait, you're not going to take the knee? Oh, then we're not going to do that. That's not fair. Holy shit. Holy shit. God, just maybe I shouldn't look at this. This is just making me fucking hate the athletes more again. I need to get past this. I can't wait till the games next year. Listen, guys, I understand that taking a knee and giving up a minute is hard, but like, think these things through for a fucking second. You're going to protest and take the moral high ground, and then if other people don't protest with you, you're now mad at them? I thought you were mad at them because you thought you were on higher moral high ground, but you're not. You're upset because then you couldn't win the competition because you would be behind a minute when the whole point of the protest was to show that you didn't care about winning the competition. What a mess. What a fucking mess.
And then 3, I don't agree with what you're trying to do. Still, this wasn't enough to satisfy their attack on me and my team. So I told her, stop trying to bully me. She replies, you're the one trying to bully us.
Have any of you ever dated someone like that or had been around someone like that? You're like, dude, quit complaining. They're like, you're the complainer. She walked up to him. Sorry, girls. I never seen a dude do that. I've never. It's always that's always girls. Like it's like you guys can't come up with your own shit. Sorry to lump all you together. I want to be wrong. Unfuck me. He said, stop bullying me. And she said, you're the one bullying me. What the fuck? Bully. Don't bully me. Don't bully me. That's a great name. Is that really your name, Storm? Oh, dudes do it too? Fuck, leave that dude. That's crazy to say. That's just so crazy. If someone accuses you of something, the first thing you do is accuse them back of it. At least take a fucking couple breaths. Bully.
Perspective. I calmly told her, I am not trying to make you feel any certain way. Certainly not the way I feel. But you are attempting to make me feel the same way as you and act like you. She stormed off in disgust with her little friend, and that was the end of that, I thought. I turned around quickly to check with my teammates to make sure we were all good. I usually speak for the team a lot of times. My group's pretty quiet.
Thank God. This guy's cool. Recruit him for your team. This guy's cool. Oh, that's gaslighting? Like you're just standing there and someone bullies you and you're like, hey, stop bullying me. And they're like, you're bullying me. How the fuck? If you came over to him, how could he even be bullying you? At that point, you've fucking given up your rights to fucking say anything.
But I wanted to make sure they were all unified still in this and that nothing had changed from what we had talked about in the past. And amongst our four, it was really easy for that discussion. There was no change. Moving on to the corrals, we usually wait here, like I said, for about 5 minutes for taking the floor. First thing we do is pray as a team every time we get into the corrals. During this time, or as we finished, an idea came up or somebody had said something about everyone taking a knee after the event when you finish. Again, in some show or sign of solidarity, we were about to take the floor. I really quickly agreed, but I was pretty hesitant immediately after I said, okay. I wasn't sure what the message we were trying to send, what there was. I quickly added that and changed the tone to where I would prefer and would like to pray as a team or a group on the floor. And I think that would be a better message that we could send if there is any message to send, just showing that solidarity and unity. Nobody had to join if they didn't want to, just an opportunity to do that. Wasn't trying to take away from anything from people trying to take a knee. Just I wanted to do something different, and we were going to do it.
What were they praying for after the event? I thought Christians they didn't pray for dead people. What were they praying for? More prize money next year? God, I hope Dave doesn't cancel the games. Holy fuck. Jake Chapman, I'd like a pre-video with him choosing what to wear and doing with his hair, getting ready for this video. Yeah, I keep staring at his hair too. His hair is amazing. Maybe they were praying for strength of the family. Oh, okay. Forrest Chump, praying Rich Froning would come back to individual competition and revive the games. Grace Patton, Marco doesn't put up with any shit. Seen it firsthand at the regionals in San Antonio back in the day. Yeah, he seems like he doesn't put up with shit.
And if people wanted to join us, they could. I felt this was a way we could all come together and support, rather than just trying to pressure people into performing acts that they weren't comfortable with. It seemed like everyone agreed, but you never know what's going to happen when things start. Right before we hit the floor, I reminded my team that some people in this heat may not be starting with us. Maybe they will wait. I told them not to get distracted by what others are doing or not doing. The event goes, and results aside or whatever, the event finishes and most athletes hit a knee, and then we start coming together to pray. I stood up quickly and tried to call everybody in because I knew that they had told us in the corrals that we would have only about a minute after the event to do whatever we wanted to do. And CrossFit was granting us that time. We all came together, and honestly, I can't recall exactly what was said. I did lead the prayer. I kind of
he led the prayer. Anthony Cruz, this guy is practical, winning. Yeah, so practical. If I had his demeanor, my podcast, this little podcast would actually take off.
Caught me off guard, to be honest. I hadn't really thought about leading this prayer or had any time to prepare. I didn't know what I was going to say. Whatever it was, I don't recall exactly, and I'm not going to try to share that. I know it came straight from the heart, and I hope it was what people wanted to hear, or at least needed to hear and see. In the following heat, the second heat, all the teams started on time with no delay. We were watching it, wondering what was going to happen. And then in the third heat, in the final heat, all the teams delayed except for one. They all waited 1 minute, and only one team started on time.
How exciting. This is like such fun drama. How exciting. Imagine you go to the CrossFit Games and you're there to compete to see who's going to win, and like you're racing against other teams, and now there's an added element. Which teams are going to sacrifice a minute? I mean, it's not really sacrifice a minute, because we already discussed that they only wanted to sacrifice a minute if the other team sacrificed a minute. If they didn't sacrifice a minute, then they were assholes, because that would fuck up your chances of winning, even though the point of the sacrifice was to show that you didn't care if you won or lost, because things were more important than money. I fucking love this. Are you sure Marco won't ding you for this? Did you mean diddle me? Are you sure? I'm not sure he won't diddle me for this either. What do you mean ding me? No, I don't think he'll ding me. No, he's got something to say. I'm fucking elevating his voice. What are you talking about? Ding me. How about I ding you?
Mayhem was that only team that didn't start. I'm sorry, the only team that did start on time. It was a weird moment, to say the least. You could see on the faces of the athletes, this was not a decision that everyone on the teams agreed with. In discussions later with some of the members of the teams involved, it was obvious that the decision was not unanimous amongst all the teams and all the people on the teams.
Oh, shit. So there were some teams where people were bullied to drop a knee. What if everyone on your team would have taken a knee, but you took off? Dude, that would have been amazing. Some dude out there is trying to lift a worm by himself. God, I would have fucking loved that. Why did the crowd go crazy for people who took the minute? They should have gone crazy. They should have gone crazy for when just the athletes walked out there.
I know for a fact some of the people did it because they felt peer pressured by their peers to participate. That alone is something I refuse to be a part of.
Yeah, I like this dude.
I'm a 36-year-old man. I've been a husband for over a decade.
Damn.
I got 3 beautiful children.
Congrats.
I feel it's my responsibility to lead by example for my family, friends, and anybody else that is looking at me for something. I'm aware that people are watching, always. You do that. You understand that when you have 3 kids. Listen to every word that you say every day.
Fuck, this dude's good. This is neighbor material. I'm a grown-ass man. Yeah. Yeah. God, this dude's good.
I won't have my morale, my morals, my values, my beliefs manipulated by tirades from irrational people. During our break between events, I purposely went over and found the captain of the Mayhem team. This is the only team that started the event on time, the third and final heat.
Is that Angelo? Is that Angelo?
Well, everybody stood there for a minute. I told him that I respected what they did, and I knew that it couldn't have been an easy decision necessarily when everybody else in your heat was choosing.
He could be related to Angelo.
To wait. A lot of people weren't going to tell him that message, I think. Some might, but I felt a responsibility to go over there and say something and at least let him know that he had our support. And I appreciated what they did, knowing that it was a hard decision.
Hi.
All right. Oh, what's this? World's Strongest Idiot.
I did an interview with Danny Spiegel, a friend of mine.
Oh, a CrossFit woman, but never a strong woman.
Listen, I'd love to see you say this to his face, tough guy. I'm sure he'd have zero issue speaking his mind to your face. That has nothing to do with the story. God, this is so fucking good. 271 comments. God, that guy Mitchell must be tripping balls. That's the thing, guys. There's this confusion, man. That Hiller with his 46,000 subscribers for some reason would be outmatched for someone with 10 million subscribers or 300,000 subscribers or whatever. Don't be stupid. Those numbers don't mean shit. Those numbers don't mean shit. No one. Well, I mean, not no one. Some people, like some of us been around and have thick skin. Not even thick skin. It just doesn't matter. But that guy is not happy with what happened. That guy is not handling this well. What is he? He was 28 years old. That guy, I bet you that guy has called so many people to commiserate. I bet you I should call Zach Tillander and see if I bet you he called Zach Tillander to commiserate. He must be tripping. You made a video because John said he doesn't like looking at juiced women who are juiced to the gills, and then twice in the video you said that they're not good to look at. I mean, amongst 1,000 other dumb things he said. Holy shit. What was that guy thinking was going to happen to him? That's some crazy shit. That's the power of the mob. Man. Man, oh man. How excited were you guys last night when you saw this video come up? Dude, you know what's crazy about this video? For a video to get 1,000 views an hour, so it says 17,000 views here, but this is wrong. Oh, you guys can't see it. I'm sorry. It says 17,000 views here, but this is wrong. What people see, the users see, like what I see, I can't see what's going on Andrew's channel, his numbers. But when you see 17,000, that means it's probably already like at 25,000. But what's crazy is Andrew released this like at the worst time in the evening, like as everyone was going to sleep, right, on the East Coast. And for it to already have 17,000 is fucking nuts. And so Andrew doesn't have casual subscribers. Like some channels have casual subscribers. My channel, Andrew's channel, we don't have casual subscribers. They're not like the people who are around are fucking active. Like Matt Burns, Jake Chapman, Bernie Gannon, Vindicate. Those Mitchell Cooper people, those aren't active people. 299,000 of his 300,000 subscribers who just want to see him fucking like lift something crazy heavy, which is cool. It's not a bad thing or good thing, but people, you get confused. If you have 2 million followers on Instagram and 1.9 million of them are just on your account to jerk off to you, those people don't got your back. Those people will accept, like they'll allow, like no one ever cared what that guy was saying before. They just wanted to see him lift heavy. All the people, those 46,000, Jesus, Andrews, I'm never going to catch Andrew. Andrew has 46,000 subscribers. They're all there to hear what Andrew thinks and what he says. Fucking nuts. I woke my wife up to watch it last night. You woke her up with the hard wood. Honey, you know what would be great is if when I watch this Hiller video, I could also be balls deep in you. I used to watch Game of Thrones and drink whiskey and vape and bang my wife all at the same time. It was like crazy. God, it was I had some crazy nights. I loved Game of Thrones. And I loved fucking nicotine and whiskey and my wife's puss. So I was like, fuck it. I'll put them all on at the same time. I didn't vape. I didn't vape, but I tried it. I had a Juul for a minute. You never should vape. It's absolutely the most addicting thing I ever did. It's fucking crazy. I know. I wish you wouldn't have got that part. I did the mango for a minute. I must have thrown away the no, not Doggy. I put her on top. Mostly on top. Because I was watching TV and drinking like this. You know what I mean? Why don't you think people are jerking off to the Sevon podcast? I've tried Zen and I tried all those. All that nicotine's. You think Zen's more addictive than vaping? Vaping is an adult pacifier. I mean, it's just horrible for your lungs. Like, I knew it the second I tried it. I was like, ooh, this is fucking a problem. Anyway, that's what Spin did last night with this that's what Spin did with this BIRTHFIT video. World's Strongest Idiot. He fucking went balls deep in his wife and watched it. I'm jealous. I should have done that. I mean, this guy responds to Hiller and says, "I'd love to see you say that to his face." Dude, that doesn't, like, what are you talking about? Like, okay, fine, you win. No one wants to say it to his face. No one wants to tell the world's strongest man he's fucking dumb to his face. Now what? The other, like you didn't say anything. PED's usage is rampant in CrossFit too. Be real. Stop the hypocrisy. Okay. No one said it wasn't rampant in CrossFit. Now what? It's like the responses. It's like what's this guy's name? Muskie Mike? This guy's retarded. Oh, shit. It's like, how stupid are you? Muskie Mike. The muskiemile.com. His website's down. Like, so what? Okay, you win. He didn't say it to his face. It doesn't mean that doesn't make him a fucking idiot or he fucking called strong women fucking ugly twice on a show where he's supposed to defend them. Doesn't that make him retarded? Chandy, there's zero chance someone with those views and that pathetic outlook would hit you, so you can say anything you want to his face. Strongman doesn't mean you can fight. I understand, but you understand the sentiment. Like, he's a fucking giant dude. Like, if he just pushed me like that, just gave me just a quick bam, I'd fly out of the fucking room. I get it. Mass moves mass. Like, my only chance would be my move on that dude would be to bite him. But it's like, dude, Hiller just ass pounded publicly, and now you're saying you wouldn't say it to his face. Yeah, there was 100 contradictions in there. He talked about having a thick skin. That's how he opened it, and then the whole thing just shows how soft his skin is. It was weird. Man, it was weird. Oh, someone wrote, feels like the Sevon Bully Brigade. Jeez Louise. Once again, that doesn't. Okay, let's say we were bullying him. Now what? That doesn't, like, you're not even addressing the content at all. Your boy Hooper came out and fucking, like, what's crazy is I guess he made a video hating on Dave. I'm tempted to go watch that too and fucking get all wound up again. It's like, come on, dude. And the lift heavy, be kind shirt. I mean, there's just so many ridiculous things. The fact that he invoked Rogue and Bill and Katie, Jesus. Grace Patton, not worth it. I know. I'm not going to. Dick Butter, let's watch it and fuck it up. No, it's fine. I don't even dislike the guy. But he's stupid and he got ass pounded. Is it okay if I do 11 a.m. Pilates class? Yes. Oh, you guys want to hear something cool? I wonder if my wife will do this for me. You guys want to hear something cool? Who wants to win a free exerciser? Oh, who wants to win a free case of Fit Aid? You want to win a free case of Fit Aid? You guys want to do that? I got a contest for you. You ready? Watch this. This is fucking how cool this show is. Look at how cool this show is. Okay. Time to win a free case of Fit Aid. Time to win a free case of Fit Aid. Hello. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show.
Hello, you've reached
God
Haley.
damn it.
Leave a message.
Hold on. I'll call her again. You guys are going to love this game. The first person. My son's going to play a song on the piano, and the first person to tell me, can you put a can of Fit Aid in an exerciser? Oh, wow. Wow. Jake, you never disappoint. Because the exerciser is a hydro pump.
Hello.
You've reached
Leave
Haley.
a message.
Leave a
Thanks.
message. Bye. 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 Call me. Jesus, call me. Call me, please. Here she is. Okay, ready to win a free case of Fit Aid. Haley.
Hello.
Hi.
You think I'm just sitting around watching soap operas?
I know what you do.
Okay.
Did you feel Did you feel used when I used to watch Game of Thrones and vape and drink wait, anyway, never mind. I'll ask you about that before. I was telling the story today on the show and I was like, God, I hope she was okay with that. I never even asked about your feelings about it.
Used?
Yeah, anyway.
I don't get it.
Never
You're
mind.
my husband.
Right. Thank you. Good
I'm
answer.
like,
listen, I want to do a contest and give away a case of Fit Aid.
Okay.
Here's what I need you to do. I want Avi to play that song that he's learning. Don't say the name of it on the piano, the most recent one. But you can't have me. Yeah, and let people guess. And the winner gets a and the winner gets a free case of Fit Aid. Is he near you right now?
I like it. No, I moved away.
Can you take him over to the piano and have him play it?
Right now?
Yeah. What do you mean? What do you mean?
Oh,
no,
right
tomorrow.
now. Okay.
Nothing's organized on this show. What are you talking about? We do everything impulsively.
I thought you were gonna record it and then play it on the show.
No, but I can't.
But you want to?
I want him to play it
this
now.
Tune right now.
Yeah, but
Okay.
listen, but he can't. Don't let him say the name of the song out loud. Just tell him not to say anything because you don't want to give it away. Okay, so mute me when you go over and get him, and then unmute me when you get over to the piano. Will you mute me?
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I feel so used.
Well, you are being used. So is Fit Aid.
hold on.
I'm using Fit Aid too. I'm using Fit Aid a little less
Yeah,
than
they're
I'm
using
you.
you.
I'm using
They're
Avi
using
too.
you too.
All for my show. I'm using my family.
Okay. Sounds like a.
Okay. Are you going to take him over there?
Up there. Yeah.
Okay, mute me. Great guesses already coming in. Beethoven's Fifth, the Thong Song, Proud to Be an American. Peaches and Cream. These are great guesses. This is great. Oh, Let's Get Retarded by the Black Eyed Peas. Charlie Brown theme song. Great guess. William is all engaged and ready to go. Yeah, turn it up. The Macarena, Ode to Joy. Master of Puppets. Okay, we're ready?
Wait,
don't.
Okay, are you ready, Savon?
Okay, we're ready. Okay, everyone, listen up. Here we go. Name that song for a free case of Fit Aid. Damn, he's good. He's good. All right, I love you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Bye.
That was pretty good. Okay, bye.
There it is. We have the winner. Father Wexford. Lose yourself. Ding, 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 ding. I don't know if you win, Barry McCockiner. Look at Father Wexford got you. Oh, no, Trish. Holy shit. Lose yourself. Wow, Trish. Wow. Wow. How the fuck did you do that? Trish, if you text me your address on the work phone, Trish, are you going to get the free case? We should give it to someone if you're not going to take it. I'll put the phone number up. Text me your God, can you imagine having a show just on the honor system like this? Someone just now someone's just going to text me their address. Or Father Wexford, if Trish isn't going to do it. And I'll send you a free case of Fit 8. Fit 8 will send you a free case of Fit 8. Wow. We should do it. He knows a bunch of songs like that. This should become a bit. Oh, Father can have it. Okay, thank you, Trish. Father Wexford. Do you want it? If not, it'll go to Adam Blakesley. Jesus was close. He wasn't tapped in, though. Let me see. You're awesome, Trish. Oh, because he gave it to... Well, he has to give it to some guy named Father. Does the Father want it? Jeremy's looking for some equity. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Did my shit stop working again? Oh, God. That was crazy yesterday when my computer stopped working. Please donate it. I can't receive packages to the convent. Okay. So then it's Adam Blakesley, I think. Let me see. Trish wins. No, Trish. No. Lose yourself. Adam Blakesley. Adam, will you send me your Oh, we got an address already. Fuck it. I don't even know if it's the right person, but you win. Is that you? Did you send that to me? That's cool. Free case of Fit 8. Holy shit, we're like a real show. 4 years in, we have contests and shit. By the way, the video contest is coming to an end too, I think soon. Another week or something. Oh, Adam, someone's trying to steal your case of Fit Aid. Wow. Wow. She came clean, though. Adam, you want it? Let me know. Wow. Father Wexford, thank you, Trish. God bless you. Man. Yes. Okay. Send me, text me your address, Adam. Write your name and your address all in one line so I can just click it and then paste it over to Souza. He's the distributor of. Oh, someone sent me another picture of Emily Rolfe's ass. Yeah, that was a mistake. What I said about her ass yesterday. All right. I should probably send out 2 cases of Fit Aid. All right, you guys want to leave with some oh, we did the PFAA. I guess since this is the Greg Glassman show, we can do a tribute to Greg. You guys want to do a tribute to Greg? Adam, I don't see your text. I'm not going to get the case of Fit Aid, and I'm going to send it to someone else. Okay. This is some CrossFit gym. I don't know if it's still an affiliate, but it's this place. Ion Strength and Conditioning. And like, oh shit. Mitchell Cooper, hi. All right, fine. He didn't want to talk. This is clearly some sort of CrossFit gym, right? I mean, this place wouldn't be around if it wasn't for Greg Glassman. So just think of this as Robin. I've had some good news today for which I have to thank Ion CrossFit Ion. I have some good news today, which I have to thank Greg Glassman's contribution to humanity. As you know, I was diagnosed with type 2 diabetes just after Christmas, which gave me the impetus to commit to getting fitter and healthier. 6 months later, I am no longer diabetic. The key has been accountability through ION. Of course, you, Robin, have been wonderful. And of course, we can't forget Greg Glassman. First contribution to humanity with the CrossFit protocol. Yes, I've made changes to my diet, which is the foundation of the CrossFit pyramid, especially having turned 60. But having your team, keeping me honest, and regular PT sessions from Rice has been crucial to me reversing the diabetes. So I just want to say thank you. The health and fitness journey continues, of course, but I'm not struggling to stay motivated given the support I receive. Andrew Walker. Isn't that fucking cool? Good job, dude. It's fucking awesome. What is this place? Ion Cardiff. I wonder if that is that in Southern California, like Cardiff by the Sea down there. I wonder how far back you have to go to see some CrossFit shit. They're doing high rocks.
Happy Monday. Hope you had a wonderful weekend. Looking forward to an outstanding week. So I'm coming to you this morning from Salem, New Hampshire at a gym
Oh, CrossFit Free.
called CrossFit Free. Awesome little gym. If you're ever across the pond and you're in Salem, New Hampshire, this is the place to be. Had a great workout. Great.
In Salem, New Hampshire, across the pond. I don't think that's across the pond. That dude's yoked. That must be the owner of this Ion place. Anyway, congratulations, dude. You got someone cured of the diet. Oh, shit. Look at this. Look at this. A number of people and resources have influenced me in building Ion as a business in the health and fitness space over the last 10 years. The Two Brain Business podcast and resources has played a part in the journey. So it was great to chat on the podcast on our journey and how we've evolved and built a brand that is more than just brick and mortar and training facilities in the industry over the years. The influence of team sports has played a significant part in this journey as a business that applies to many industries. The importance of human connections, creating energized environments, and in particular building a great team. Yeah, fuck yeah. No wonder this is a successful gym. They use Chris Cooper's Two Brain Business. It's fucking awesome. And you know he wasn't paid to say that. That's just like genuine from the heart. Good being black in the Riverside community tonight. Get it? Good being black. Get it? Damn, this dude's gym is going off. Kids. The role of vitamin D. All right. Well, congratulations, dude. That's awesome. So there's that. That's cool. Adam, did you send me your... Oh, there it is. There it is. Got it. Fit Aid. You got 100% off, not just 40% off. I'll send it to Souza right now. Souza. Fit Aid. Free. And there was one more person. Oh. Shit. Sorry while I do a little bit of I'm doing a little what's that called? Office work. Okay, back to the show. Housekeeping. Thank you. Housekeeping. It's owned by a former rugby player, Robert Sowden Taylor, unless he sold. Oh, well, it's a cool gym. Savon, how can I contact you off air to talk about a perspective of what happened to Lazar Jukic? Everyone just DMs me. I'm really on top of my DMs lately. Like really on top of them. Not one I haven't nothing negative. It's crazy. Hundreds of DMs a day, nothing negative. I've culled the herd completely. My echo chamber is complete. Not one douche canoe. There was one douche canoe. There's one douche canoe. God, there was this guy who was just sending me endless DMs telling me how much I've changed because I used to beg for athletes to come on and I would be nothing without the athletes and just all this shit. Do you guys ever remember me being in that state of affairs? I don't ever remember being that. Maybe I've lost my roots. I thought I've always run hot with a healthy dose of fuck you. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm tickled. I'm tickled when they come on. I love having a rich froning. But I think I've been pretty consistent. Like, I'd love to have you on, but fuck, I don't remember ever begging or thinking that they were, I don't know. Brandy Libby, there are still plenty of douche canoes in the chat. I don't see really any douche canoes in the chat. It's weird. Kenneth DeLapp, the other day you mentioned drive, hard work without goals. That hit me hard. Thank you. Yeah, I'm not like really a goal. I don't have a clear perspective of like my goals or my needs. But when I saw that thing that Miranda said, passion, discipline, and I was like, man, my life seems to be working out great. And then I saw if you have passion, discipline, and habits, and one of my habits is to keep refining my habits. So I don't know, shit's working out. Liam, I'm a canoe. Lehman Mickelwee. Never even seen you in the chat. Welcome, canoe. Dick Butter, part-time douche canoe. I'm titillated when they come on. Thank you. Yeah. It's not that I don't want them, but I just don't ever remember. There was this guy in the early days. I think I've told this story before, but I hadn't talked to him in years, and he used to help me with the podcast. And one day, and I said something about him on one of the podcasts a couple of years later, and he texted me or DM me and told me how devastated he was because he was the only one that believed in me when no one believed in me, and he gave me a platform for my podcast, and all I had to do, and I refused to pay him $40 a month or whatever. I'm like, are you like? None of that could possibly be true. $40 is nothing to me. I would never you never gave me a platform. YouTube did. And fucking my mom and my sister believe in me like crazy. What are you talking about? And my wife. And my kids and Souza. And all sorts of people believe in me. Hello? Too many people believe in
It's
me.
Vaughn.
Hey.
I have a question. I was the one that sent the comment. I want to talk to you off air. I'm just going to ask it, just a perspective. With the tragedy that happened with Lazar, what was the penalty if he received aid from one of the lifeguards or paddleboard? Disqualified from the games, or just a time penalty? And the reason I say this is because years ago, I've been taking CrossFit for like 8 or 10 years, and I was swimming, and so I've been practicing more and more. And I thought I remembered in one of the Run Swim Run 2017 or 18 that hearing them say if you received aid, you were disqualified from the games. And my point that is if you are, that changes psychologically the event a lot. Like you won't holler for help until it's almost too late because you know you're disqualified. But I looked up on the rules and the rule books, and I couldn't find that it said anything about that. And I don't know if that's in the briefing or what.
Hold on one second. Hold on one second.
Hold
on one second. I'm going to reconnect you because I can't stand that popping. I don't know why that happens so often. Okay, so go on. So you looked it up in the rule book and you couldn't find it? Caller, hi. Sorry.
Hello?
Yeah. So you looked it up in the rule book and you couldn't find it. I wasn't
I
in
Googled first.
Oh. I wasn't in that athlete briefing, or if I was, I don't remember, but I know for sure that has been a topic in years past. And what I was told, and what I know for a fact is other swim events, people who've grabbed the paddleboard like you're allowed to grab it, and then when you grab it, they say, hey, if you continue hanging on here, you'll be disqualified, right? So so it's there. They let you, I think, as I remember, and I don't know that about this lake event, so don't, but I just know I've heard in the past that they were told, hey, they're told ahead of time, hey, can we grab the board? And they'll be like, yeah, if you grab the board, the lifeguard will say, hey, if you continue to hold the paddle board, you'll be DQ'd. So basically, like, you can grab it, but then you're given a warning, like, hey, you can't hang out here.
Right. Okay.
But that being said, just on a side note, the other day my kid was choking a kid out at a jiu-jitsu tournament, and I said to him, holy shit, dude. And then finally the ref stopped it, and I go, hey, why didn't that kid tap? And my kid's like, I wouldn't have tapped either. If you tap, that means you lost. And so it's real.
Right.
Like I'm the proposition you're proposing is real. Like,
I mean, because try to put myself in perspective, and I'm like, that really changes it psychologically. Because then I'm going past when I would normally call for help.
Right.
And it's the first event, and he can see the finish line. So by the time he's like, all right, this is going south quick, he almost doesn't have time to holler. And the video, you can see that he's trying to work it out. But if the penalty is you're disqualified, he's waiting to the last second, and then he goes under.
You know what's fascinating? Going big picture of what you're saying, like, we've talked about this like ad nauseum, right? There's 100 podcasts that have talked about it, and we've unraveled it, and we've basically done all the work for the attorneys, right? So they can come and they can be like, oh, that guy on the 7 podcast brought up a good point. Like, they can basically take all our questioning that they would never think of. But if they don't do that work, the lawyers for Luca's family are just going to be fucking ambulance chasers. Do you know what I mean? Like, the shortest road would be like, hey, just call the fucking insurance company. They probably have some generic policy. Ask for double or generic settlement. They're going to be like, there's going to be some formula, right? Okay, Lazar Jukic made $62,000 a year. He had 30 years of his life taken. That's going to be $1.8 million plus pain and suffering for his family. That's another $1.8 million. Here's 3.6, right? You know what I mean?
Yeah, there's a straight calculation for it. Everything has a value, basically.
For sure, there's going to be something like that. But on the other hand, I just think, like, holy shit, all of these little nuances that we've talked about, how much of it was his responsibility? What did he sign? Did he have a pre-existing condition? Were they told if they grabbed the board, they'd be disqualified? Is that for some reason unreasonable to ask of people in water? Is that setting them up for failure? I mean, on both sides, we've basically done the whole. I feel like we've done the whole fucking case for the defense and the prosecution, or whatever you call the two sides. So it's just fascinating to me. Like, all they have to do is just kick back in a hot tub and listen to all these shows and figure it out.
Right. Yeah, I agree. Because I've heard I've heard all the different angles, but I haven't really heard them talk really about, like, what if he did receive aid? What would the penalty be? You know, because that's going on in his head.
Oh, for sure.
And
for sure.
The way I sort of see it is, he should be able to grab the board, because all that's happening is the clock's ticking. Just like if you can't squat clean, not progressing further in the event, so you should be able to hold it for 30 seconds to get your heart rate down or whatever, you know. And I can see small nuances where they might make the argument that it aids you, but I think in the big picture that it's really not aiding you, because the clock's ticking the whole time.
Oh, that's a good point too. I didn't think of that. But hey, dude, for sure they had some rule about grabbing the paddleboard, for sure. So what? For sure it was in the briefing. I just remember every year that I used to be in the briefings, it was in there.
And also from a PFA standpoint, CrossFit to me is so unique. All events are different. So, like, when I started looking at the rule book, they're not specific on things like that, because every event changes so much that, you know, it's not like basketball where if you're behind the 3-point line, it counts as 3 points. It's cut and dry.
Right.
If you squat, you got to be below parallel. But then you start doing all these small things, like can you receive help in a swim event, you know, a rope climb. There's not those defined lines. So they go over in the briefings, but they're not necessarily in the rule book. So that's part of the beauty.
Totally. I agree with you 100%. One of the things that they want to do, I believe, is they want to, like, standardize stuff. So if it's a rope climb, they want all the rope climbs to be identical. You know what I mean? Like, all be 13-foot ropes, all no dropping, all a certain pad. If it's a squat, it has to be this kind of squat. Like, they want it so there would be never any. They want to get some consistency, and, you know, like, I respect where they're coming from, but, like, I think that they would be better off starting with going back to the 2007 games and start watching them all and building a huge manual for best practices for the athletes. Offer the athletes something, and that's where you're going to build your credibility. And then from there, the athletes will be like, fuck, these people are really fucking good and have offered us a lot. Let's pay a membership fee to them. And then once they pay a membership fee to them and they start unifying the athletes, then they would be able to get some power. But that's not what they're trying to do. They're trying to fucking leverage the events by holding them hostage with their 700,000 followers to get power. It's fucking crazy. But it is how socialism works. Take from other people to fucking build yourself up. And I get it. They have the fucking mind virus. I get it. But for some reason, if they're doing it in the name of good, it's okay.
Right. Do you also, whenever you have Tyson on your shows, do you ask him questions about the players union and different things like that that would be similar to what the PFA is to CrossFit?
I haven't, but I'm like super careful what I ask him because he's like my biggest guest, right? And and he's my fucking one of my best friends in the world's kid. And I'm dying to know about his DMs if it rains pussy on him. I'm dying to know. But I need him to get like a 15-year contract somewhere first, right? Like once he's making $300 million, I can ask him. I just be real careful. I politically, like I want to ask him so bad if he took the vaccine.
Right.
But I'm just not going to. You know what I mean? I'm just being like, I don't know. Someone in the comments is going to say a sellout. I don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? It's like I'm not gonna fart around the girl that like the other night, I had sex with my wife on the couch, and I had to fart, but I held it in because I didn't want to go over there and fucking smell like shit right before I banged her. You know what I mean? Just like, you know, I got a little fakeness in me.
Okay, that was it. That's what I wanted to ask you.
All right, thank you.
I appreciate it.
All right,
bye.
You want to talk about important things like drowning? I'm talking about holding in a fart. Okay. Jeremy World, I like playing with the man in the canoe. I love pink canoes. Douche rickshaw. I second that. Funny that this strong woman video popped in my feed and their voices were crazy. Sivy, check your DM and show the audience. That's a crazy picture. Miss Ridow. I want it to be like the black man. You are the black man. The black man is real. What is this? But you'll vape and bang. I mean, I don't vape and bang. I just did it once or 10 times. Somewhere between 1 and 10. Vaping's horrible. Don't like you're so stupid if you do that. Try it. It's just so fucking addictive. Don't do as I tried. I tried the exerciser for the first time last night. Initial quick review. I felt like my dick was being yanked on and pulled as if it was trying to rip it off. No erection, but I'm sure I used it wrong. Are you serious? Hey, dude, you better watch some videos on it. You have to dose the penis. You already got your exerciser? That's amazing. You have to dose it. You were in the shower with it? The reviews are crazy. I mean, all the reviews I read say it works. I mean, I think they've sold 1 million units. Do as I say, not as I do. Yeah. Thank you. Do as I say, not as I do. What I say, do as I do, not as I say. What you have it right. Yeah, the exerciser is a showering device. Do you want me to go get mine and open it? I have mine in the box still. I'm scared to open it. Like, how the fuck would I have 15 minutes to spend in the shower? Yeah, supposedly it does make your dick bigger. And quickly, like 30 to 60 days. I mean, basically what it does is I think it's basically just stretching. Somehow, I got to get the owner on here. Susan's trying to get the owner on here. But somehow it pumps it up so all the cells get bigger. You know, like you eat more. You know how you have a finite number of fat cells? That's why you're like getting liposuction so bad for you. You have a finite number of fat cells and they just grow and shrink. It's like that. Supposedly you have these cells in your penis and somehow it hydrates them or pumps them up and stretches them out, and you get more blood flow into the penis because of it. And so the more blood flow you get and the bigger those cells are, the larger your penis gets. I mean, it's like those guys in Africa who used to stretch their lip out, you know what I mean, and put a piece of wood in there. It's opening up blood flow. Oh, you know what makes your big digger? Being born black. Suckers. Wow. 60 days isn't quick. I don't know. I don't need anything on my body stretched out faster than 60 days. I know what PS Christmas bonus for the employees is going to be. Oh, Paper Street Coffee Christmas bonuses. The Exerciser. Think how easy you have it as a girl. You're going to worry about your parts, making your parts bigger. I was sleeping with a guy and came across one of his things. Lost interest immediately. Oh, you mean he had an exerciser and that bummed you out? Oh, black privilege. The more you use your penis, the plumper and harder it will get. If you start using it less and less, it will almost start to shrivel. My dad told me one time, I told my dad in college one time that I was abstaining from ejaculating and that I had made it 2 months. And he told me, if you use it or lose it. It is true. The longer you have foreplay, the bigger your dick will get. I mean, if you have foreplay for like an hour, that thing will be fucking crazy. It'll turn into a 3-fister. You know what a 3-fister is? Do I have anything in here where I could show you what a 3-fister is? A 3-fister is, so this is one fist, right, on your penis, and then this is another fist, and then you, if I guess I could do 2 cans. Oh, you know what I should do? I wonder if I have tape. I should make a. I'm looking in the drawer where the PFAA guidelines are. Damn, I don't have any tape in here. Oh, that drawer smells clean. It's not like wood in there. But I'll tape these 2 cans together. But basically, a 3-fister is when you can go like this, and then you put this hand here, and your helmet's still hanging out. So this is the 3-fister. But if you have a lot of foreplay, you could create a 3-fister. It's pretty crazy. You guys know what I mean, right? Anyway, my hands are small, but they're wide. Like my fingers are. I think my fingers are short. Not short, but like, well, fuck. I rarely. Let me tell you something. If I shake someone's hand and their hand feels small, which happens like once a year, I feel bad for them. I'm like, ooh, that's weird. Snorting Fit Aid. Smelling Fit Aid is like smelling magic markers. Remember when Rihanna smelled her pussy on the Super Bowl? Here's something worth noting. 2 years ago, someone bought me this Tupac and sent it to the show. Maybe 3 years ago. I don't remember who did it. And it's a pretty amazing doll. Like, it's heavy. It's not light. Like, it feels good in my hand. Yesterday, Instagram sent me, one of my ads was to buy this doll. Crazy, right? Finally. Hey, that's not this again. What are you talking about? That's a new addition to it. I've shown you the Tupac before, but I never told you they got an Instagram ad. Did it come alone or was it a 2-pack? Uh-huh. Miss Radow, I sent you a case of Fit Aid also. Or Fit Aid sent you a case of Fit Aid. Those guys are great over there. Aaron, the CEO, is fucking awesome. He's the founder and the CEO. That company still has its founder. How's that? And the CEO. And when we did the show for Lazar to raise money, even before we did the show, it had $16,000. Fit Aid immediately donated $15,000. That's pretty fucking cool. Trainer Joe, these dolls are expensive. I think it was only $20, $19.99. No, the Super Bowl story you've heard before. Super Bowl. I forget. I don't even remember talking about the Super Bowl. Did I talk about the Super Bowl today? Did I just talk about the Super Bowl and I already forgot? Caller, hi.
What's up, Sebby?
Hey.
The police car Dow's address you sent back to me.
Oh shit, that's fucking hilarious.
Just didn't want to miss out on that.
Well, now, sorry, Miss Ridow. Wow, that's crazy. Wow.
That's it.
Jesus. I was multitasking. I was trying to run the show and send that to Sousa at the same time.
Yeah, it's understandable. Thanks.
Okay, thank you.
Bye.
Bye. Wow, Adam Blakesley just saved Miss Ridow. Wow. Shit. I don't even see where is Sousa? I wonder if I sent it to Sousa. Your address. Oh yeah, damn. Wow. Okay, Miss Ridow, Fit Aid for you too. Oh. Send me. Jesus, everyone wants a case of free Fit Aid. Send me your address. Oh, you know what I want to do so bad? So we're going to the NorCal Classic, and it's going to be me and Colton and Taylor in the same house. And I can't find anyone to watch my dog, so I don't think I'm we need a sponsor for Kill Taylor this week, Friday. If anyone wants to be a sponsor, let me know. It's $500. We give all the money. It's going to be $1,500 this week. It's going to be a fucking big week. So remember that. We need $500 for the sponsorship for Kill Taylor this week, and it's going to be bringing the total up to $1,500. If one of you jerk-offs doesn't do it, I'm going to have Matuthian do it. Where was I going with that? Oh, I want to pour a can of Fit Aid over fucking Taylor's head, bald head. Pool boy, did you put a can of Fit Aid in your exerciser? I heard that gets the results twice as fast. I'm going to smash that ass in NorCal. Oh, you're going there? That's cool. I have a Borble. Borble. You want to see? They're crazy dogs. They're gnarly looking. Amazing guard dog. This is what I have. It's like this. Really smart dog. I know a lot of people say that, but I've never seen a dog like this. I've had a bunch of dogs. I've had dogs my whole life. Really, I have a girl. And man, she's a bitch, but I fucking love her for it. But by bitch, I mean, she'll come in and she'll want to get fed. And then if I don't feed her, she'll go wherever the kids are and start harassing the kids, nibbling on the kids, knocking down their Legos, grabbing stuff out of their room and carrying it out to me. Like, hey, I'm going to treat your kids like shit if you don't feed me. It's so funny. Oh, Elijah Muhammad's competing. Seriously? Oh, that's awesome. I think Tudor's competing too. I need to get Tudor Magda on the show. He's cool as shit, man. There's something I didn't realize about Tudor Magda. He is HGR CBD said they'd sponsor. Oh, well then I might as well eat a CBD. Here we go. Like any true sponsorship slut. One gummy down the hatch. No, you didn't sound like a stoner. You sound like a mature adult. God, these are good. I had to take these off my desk. I was eating them like candy. Oh, I should rub this on my wife's back. And I'm going to rub this on my wife's back when the show's over. Damn, that was good. I like to chew the gummies up till they turn into like juice. What was I talking about after the dog? The sponsor? Oh, Tudor. There's something you don't really realize about Tudor. He's one of the, until you're in his presence, he's not a normal human. You know, like that guy we were talking about with Tyson Bagent, Montel West, was that his name? The guy in the defense for the Chicago Bears. Tudor is not normal. He's a freak. He has a genetic advantage over other people. He is like when you're in his presence, you know. I mean, he's not weird like big like what's the motivational speaker's name who has like the giant head, or like John Welborn was like that kind of too, just like they got a little like giganticism in him. He's not like that. What's that motivational speaker's name? Tommy West or something? Tommy what's the guy's name? He does all the talks. Oh yeah, Baskin Robbins, Tony Robbins. Yes. But there is something about him when you're around him, you're like, "Oh, yeah, you're not like you have an extra chromosome or something." Like you know like those guys in prison have an extra chromosome? It's like that. So, okay, HGR. Hopefully he'll call Sousa. Carl. Sevi, we need to discuss what is happening to the US dollar and what that means for everyone. This is one topic I have not heard you discuss. The dollar is going away. I've talked about the petrodollar before. Is that what you're referencing? About how they're not going to require was it Saudi Arabia? Saudi Arabia always required everyone to buy oil from them using the US dollar. That'll be a disaster if that happens. If the dollar goes away. I know Putin was alluding to it also. Tudor, fake huge dick. Are you kidding me? You think that dick was... What are you talking about, fake huge dick? What the fuck are you talking about? You're out of your mind. Where is that? Where's... That's not a fake huge dick. That's that. I know the retirement accounts are crazy, right? The dollar is going away. I just looked at my retirement account yesterday. It's huge. I know, mine too. It's crazy. I hope I never have to touch that money. That's an extra chromosome dong. Yeah. Oh, Greta's cannons, man. Wasn't that a great bit? Greta's cannons. How would I look that up? Greta's cannons. I should have followed that account. Oh, it just it just came up. Greta Thunberg. Was it Cannon? Is it Thunberg or Thunberg with an M? Greta Thunberg cannons. This is not a great Thunberg firing a rifle. That was on Instagram. Greta Instagram. She has 14 million followers. She's on trial for something? Oh, for protesting. I don't see it. I don't see the What if I type in Greta Thunberg tits? Tits. I still don't see it. Sorry. I wish I did. Please don't. What do you mean? Turn safe mode off? God, that song was amazing. I should have do you know what I should have really go incognito? How do you do that? Is there a button? I don't see that button. I put Greta Thunberg cannons Instagram, Greta Thunberg tits Instagram, tits song. How about tits song? Nope. Still nothing. Think Google's hiding it? Oh fuck. Do I hear the gardeners? Is today Thursday? No, today's Wednesday. I really don't like it when the gardeners are here. Every man on earth knows how to do that. New incognito tab. I don't see an incognito tab. More. It says flights and finance. All images, videos, news, shopping, books, maps, tools. Any duration, anytime, any videos, any source. Oh, Instagram. Oh, any source. I put Instagram.com. I'll type in cannons again, but I don't think so. I don't think cannons. I don't see incognito. Oh, source again. Nope, I don't see it. Tools. Any source. Advanced search. I don't see incognito. Great acting. File, new incognito tab. File. Oh, new incognito. Oh, okay. You've gone incognito. Block third-party cookie. Okay. What do I type in? Greta Thunberg cannons. Is that going to help my search? It says Instagram. Enjoy the photos, Greta Thunberg. No, it didn't do shit. Cannon's music, Cannon's song. I really want to see it. Sorry, I tried. Someone sent me a link. Fuck. Never mind. I'll find some. I'm trying to look for a Command Shift N. Oh, and how do I get out of incognito? New. I just closed this window. Oh, okay, it's gone. What does that actually do? That makes you think that no one can see what you're searching? Yeah, one time I did show a cock on accident, a giant cock. All right. Well, fun hanging with you guys. Make sure you go check out Andrew Hiller's latest video. It's awesome. Oh, here's one more thing. I watched this like 100 times too. This is more PFAA stuff. Look at this. I actually witnessed this once. In Isla Vista, California, they shut the town down and did a bike race, and I saw this exact same thing happen. Look at this shit. The screams are amazing. God, someone, boom, this guy didn't make the turn. Oh my goodness. Oh, did you see that? Watch the second guy hit. I'll try to pause it. Oh my God. After the guy hits the wall, his bike, you see his bike here is flying in the air. And look, his bike comes out and hits this dude. Oh my God. Crazy. Crazy. Look at, oh, his bike's here and it hits this dude. Look, this dude thinks he's safe. Watch. Boom. Oh, man. Bike pileups are the best. Jake Chapman, my son caused that about a month ago. That's amazing. Bikes don't break. People break bikes. Justin V. Yeah, that was a classic line from the CrossFit Games. You should get Jake Chapman on to talk about his kids fucking up kids on the racetrack. Sevon, remember the time YouTube gave you a strike for showing a violent video? You know, it's crazy. So the other day we met with we have a YouTube ambassador or something now for our station, like someone who's supposedly supposed to help us. And we met with her and it was bizarre. The meeting was bizarre, but for a ton of reasons. Clearly it was clear. It was either her first day at work or she wasn't qualified to do the job or something. But she was nice enough anyway. And I told her, I said, "Hey, I got a ding for showing a fight that like you couldn't even see was a fight, and it was an old man defending himself on the street, shot through a dirty window behind a telephone pole. Can you like? There's no way that's like whatever I got the ding for, like inciting violence or something." I said, "Can you look into it?" She's like, "Well, that's one thing I can't do." I'm like, "Oh." So no, it wasn't a purple-haired libtard. It was a foreigner. But like English wasn't her first language, clearly. Like she was nice. Like and it was 20 minutes of salutations and like concerns, and she must have said 5 times, "I'm sorry." She must have said sorry like 5 times for shit that like no one in their right mind says sorry for. All right, love you guys. What is today? Today's Wednesday. Glad Greg came on. Tomorrow we have Kieran Riley, the Olympian, the BMX Olympian. He won the silver medal in the Olympics. Friday we have Kill Taylor. Taylor's in Italy. That's going to be interesting. That's going to be at 8 a.m. Saturday we have Ross Austin. He's competing at the in San Antonio at the at Wheelwad. Oh, and Sunday we have someone who's competing at Wheelwad also in San Antonio. A guy named Russell. And then Monday we have Andrea Wilson, I think, from Wheelwad. Oh shit! So we got a whole crew of games athletes coming down the pipe. And then Tuesday Taylor shows up to my house. That's gonna be wild. With his wife. I don't know what I'm gonna do Tuesday. Get the breakdancer on. I didn't think she was so bad. Australian breakdancer. Spiegel had her tits out in Italy. I saw that. You know what's crazy? I remember how I told you guys about that. Remember how I tell you how fucked up Reddit is? Well, someone sent me screenshots from Reddit where you could actually like see her tits. I'm just like, Jesus criminy. Because in the other one that's just floating around Instagram, there's like hearts on her nipples. But she's at a restaurant looking just like a fucking G. She looks amazing. Show the pics. Now go to Reddit. Go to Reddit. Get dirty. Go to Reddit. Get some of that shit on you. I wonder what Reddit people are saying about Mitchell Hooper getting fucking ass pounded. They must fucking hate that. Oh my God. Oh, let me see. So when we started the show,
A friend of mine.
oh, now it has 282 comments. Oh my God. See, look at this fucking, look. This is what's fucking wrong with the world. Look at this first comment from this guy. So what you are saying is you guys like you can have an opinion, but Hooper can't. First of all, Hiller's not giving his fucking opinion. Hiller's showing you that this guy said that told John Young, how dare you say, he made a whole video and the premise of it is that John Young said he doesn't like to look at juiced up girls. And then this guy said that they're fucking unattractive twice in the video on accident. Clearly it was on accident. He was too stupid to know that he did it. And then this guy's so stupid. It's not an opinion. And Hiller never said that guy couldn't have an opinion. I feel like Hooper wouldn't have commented on looks or anything of that nature involving the situation had they not done it. How? So he did it because they did it? It's kind of like, hey, now you see how it feels. I don't think calling John ugly. So this guy's suggesting that Hooper called John ugly just to let him know how it feels. That's the premise of the video. If steroids use is the issue, say that. Don't say grunting or yelling is the issue. It's the dumbest shit ever. John did say it. John did say it was from the steroids that made their voice deep. Juice to the gills. That's what I mean. How, like, dude, are you fucking retarded? It's almost like people aren't watching the same shit that we watch. fucking amazing. Unfortunately, the real winner is Hooper. You think he actually cares about what John Young said? No, this dude makes a video about Lazar the day after the games to explain what happened, even though he wasn't there. He just out to grow his channel by whatever means. Hooper is just an egotistical piece of shit. But I don't think, trust me, I'm willing to bet that Hooper does not like what's happening to him, that he had no idea. I'm guessing that he sits on the back. I believe he stands on a ladder on the back of a horse, and he had no idea. I never comment, but I just had to say this is my favorite video of yours. John Young's a good dude. He voiced an opinion. Yeah, that was an opinion. Dosset people aghast. This guy is bandwagon jumping. He's riding the Bash CrossFit wave. Yeah, totally. I'm not surprised he's Canadian. Seems like a typical soy boy from north of the border. Thumbs up. Physique's and muscle is the problem. Men prefer physique, but can't express without skewing. Personally, I think women prefer physique too. I don't know what that means. Hooper is the male version of Sporty Beth. Fair. When people are surrounded by their media trophies in their videos, I think immediate douche. What do you think of me? I'm surrounded by black cock. This is the best smelling black cock you've ever smelled. This is what I'm surrounded by. Probably just means I'm gay. This is the world's. This should be. Hiller sent me this like 3 or 4 years ago. This box should have been called the world's smallest black cock. Like there's any black cocks that are this small. It's turning white. You know, black people like to turn white when they get old. This fucking my black cock's getting white too. Thanks for bringing up how women become more confident in the gym, because what confuses me is why people are so upset by this. Doesn't everyone become more confident in the gym? It's not just women. Why do they even care what John... anyway, a couple weeks ago, I commented on his video that he made about CrossFit and Lazar. I called him out for saying he was only donating a portion of the proceeds, keeping the rest for his personal brand. I'm keeping all of it for my personal brand. I'd love to... I don't know what that means, my keeping it for my personal brand. Keeping it for my personal wallet. I'd love to see you say this to his face. Oh, this is just ridiculous. So yesterday when Hiller posted, make me any questions to answer on YouTube, I was about to send you not a question but a request. Dear Hiller, I'd like you to be less obsessive with certain people because I fancy many of them for various reasons. And I like what you do or what you are, so I hate to be torn. But then comes back to the basics classic gold video. And I'm like, nah, that's the Hiller I subscribe to. Okay, fine. Hooper is part of the community. Though we forget. Hooper couldn't be jumping more on a bandwagon. I'm surprised he hasn't done a video on Trump shooting. Not fair. Tia is seriously juiced to the max, and most of the CrossFit women are enhanced now. Their bodies completely changed from fit to juiced. Tia does not look juiced. Tia does not look juiced. I'm just telling you. You stand right next to her, she does not look juiced. She looks as normal as can fucking be. And all the videos and pictures you see of her, I'm not saying she is or she isn't, but she does not look juiced. She just looks like a fucking normal CrossFit girl. It does not look fucking special at all other than just having a perfect body. And she looks fucking crazy, obviously, when she's fucking working out, right? She does fucking 12 workouts in a weekend, and she's just completely inflamed with shitloads of inflammation. Yeah, she's tiny and beautiful. She is tiny, guys. She does not look juiced. Tia looks juiced. No, she does not. I'm telling you, Tyler, if you saw her in person, you would never fucking think she's juiced. It's just those videos. It's just those videos you see of her when she's just fucking like... I mean, they all start looking weird by the end of the week. Tia seriously juiced to the max. I disagree. Give that a thumbs down. That's 2000 era of baseball was the only time I could watch it. Fair enough. Me too. Mocks Mitch for saying put your thick skin on is also the thinnest, skinniest man on YouTube. Nobody gets more offended than Hiller. Boy, you're out of your fucking mind if you think he's offended. He's tickled. Dude, what that video that Hooper made is probably the equivalent to Hiller of coming home and fucking Alexis's fucking face down, ass up on the bed. Like he's so excited by that and stimulated by that. He's like, it's like a slam dunk for him. You're out of your mind. Hard to say John likes strongman, but not strong woman, and blame it on steroids when the men are obviously juiced to the gills too. Like, dude, when a man gets juiced to the gills, it makes him more a man. When a woman gets juiced to the gills, it makes him more a man. That's the whole thing. It's just like when you see a tranny, you take like a double take or a triple take. You're just tripping. That's it. John's just tripping when they turn into men. If you don't think it's weird, if you don't think it's normal or biologically sound to trip on a woman that looks like a man, you're out of your fucking mind. I don't know what planet you live on. When the red lenses are on, the feelings are off. You're kind of right about Mitch. He's talking nonsense here. Kind of. I used to be a Mitchell Hooper supporter until he showed himself to be extremely liberal and woke. He censors comments that could be slightly offensive. As a strongman, he should know that sometimes the truth is and should be offensive. In order to sharpen a blade, you need something abrasive. I'm done with Mitchell, the liberal king. When he's done with strongman, they, them, he should get a job with The View. All right, fair enough. 2080 for CrossFit Games, ladies, on and off gears. The funniest thing you've ever said, Hiller. Hiller, I wish you would stand up for your convictions and stop pandering to the right-wing lunatics. Dude, you'll never hear Hiller talk about fucking politics, you fucking dipshit. I've seen you on the Savant podcast get uncomfortable when they say out-of-pocket stuff, but instead of having the balls to stand up and say something, you stay quiet. Once again, another just name-calling. What is that, some passive-aggressive gaslighting? Why don't you give an example, cunt? This is your livelihood, and you know if you go against the right-wing mob, you will lose a larger part of your audience. I've seen this a lot in the political YouTube, and it's a bummer. Do better. So do you see what he did right there? Hiller's whole premise and the whole fucking premise of that Hooper's doing is Hooper's trying to figure out what the crowd wants to hear and say it because he has no values and morals or direction of his own. He's just like, okay, well, I've been told that you shouldn't talk about people's looks. I have no moral or value standing on that, but I'm going to just, because we think that if you say anything that hurts someone's feelings, that you shouldn't say it at all. You've just taken the fucking whole reason why that video needs to be made and flipped it upside down. You're a fucking idiot. It's the same thing we were talking about earlier when someone's like, when that guy Marco said, stop bullying me. And she goes, no, you're bullying me. God, you're a retard. And of course, look, this guy can give no examples and look at his fucking name. He doesn't even have a real name. VF3KX. CrossFit guy didn't really make it clear what he didn't like. What? What are you talking about? The title, you know, YouTube served this video to him and all his friends on the first login. Hooper's 100% an advocate for cancel culture. Man, I love you, Andrew. You always say what I'm thinking. I don't think Andrew lives in an echo chamber. It's so weird. He talks about thick skin, but this man got so upset about this. I like him, don't get me wrong, but this is super beta video mindset just overall. What? Shut the fuck up. I think he got really offended by someone's individual opinion. Who's he? The best era of beta. Shut it. Room for both points of view. There's not two points of view. There's John's point of view. And then there's Hiller showing that fucking Hooper's retarded. John's was a point of view. Hooper made a video that showed that he was retarded, and Hiller pointed at it. He's a walking contradiction. Two points of view. Well, let's agree to disagree. No, 2 + 2 is 4. I'm not going to agree to disagree with you. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. John said he didn't like women who were juiced to the gills. That's not like the view is that he doesn't like it, but the fact is that he said it, and he also gave you a reason why. Those are facts. I can agree with Hooper is stupid. You can. And if we agree on the definition of stupid, then we can determine whether that's a fact or not. If we can't agree on the definition of stupid, I mean, we could probably all agree he's a nice guy too. Nice-ish. He's feigning kindness, though. It's not real kindness. All right. Clock, I hope Spin sees this. Lean in. I am very curious to see. Oh, does Barbell Spin have a show today? It is going to be interesting to see how John's going to react to this. Let me see. Barbell Spin. YouTube. Excuse me. Barbell Spin YouTube. Oh, his channel doubled inside. Live shows. What's today? Today's the 28th. Oh shit! Look it. Oh shit! Tyler Watkins looks like John Young in this thumbnail. So to notify me. The most talked about show in number one most talked about show in CrossFit. 2 waiting. So that's today at 4:30. Wow. Oh, that's gonna be fucking wild. This show's gonna be big. Special guest Mitchell Cooper. There you go. Now you know. With a heart. Heart. Oh, sorry. You guys can't see it. I didn't share the screen. Sorry. There we go. Look at 3 waiting now. Yeah, this show is going to be fucking hilarious. Look, I can name all these people. Justin Medeiros, Danielle Brandon, Dallin Pepper, Ariel Lowen, Patrick Vellner, Emily Rolfe, Jeffrey Adler, Alexis Raptis, Seher Kai. Damn, she's fucking hot. Holy shit. Dude, Seher Kai looks like she could be related to Tia Toomey. Anjol Akai, Gracie Walton, yum. Tia Toomey, Guy Malheros. Guy looks like he's 8. Emma Tall, Bjorgvin Carl Gudmundsson, Brent Fikowski, Tier Wadapalooza SoCal. Oh, I got to call Dylan. Oh, Barry McCockner, 2nd. I win. Yeah, it's going to be a great show. Fuck. What's this mean? Join. Oh, you can support the show. $2.99 a month. You can custom emojis. What's this? Learn more about memberships. Report perks. Jesus. There's so much tattletaling. Report perks. Like what? If one of the perks was you get a hand job? Sevi, you can't support based on what people look like. Come on, do better. My bad. I don't even know what you're talking about, but I'll accept it. John prayed for Hooper. I'll offer the perks. Fair enough. Handies for everyone. Report their show because my show's offering standees. 2 at a time. Man, I like Gracie Walton. I like Seher Kai too. I had no idea Seher Kai was so hot. I kind of saw her at the games. I should have talked to her. I think she's Turkish. Is she Turkish? She got a Jew fro. Could you be a Jew Turk? I don't know if you can. I don't know if they have those. How many Jews live in Turkey? God, I bet you it's not many. How many Jews in Turkey? Wow, as of 2022, the Jewish population in Turkey was 14,500. This is a small fraction of the Turkish population, but Turkey still has one of the biggest Jewish communities in the Muslim world. Wow. Oh, the Jewish community death rate in Turkey is double the birth rate. Oh, so it's probably less than that now. Many Jews have left Turkey for Israel out of fear of anti-Semitism. Yeah. In 2023, Turkey's Syria earthquake, the leaders of the Jewish community of Antakya were killed. The Antakya synagogue was badly damaged, and the entire Jewish community, numbering 14 members, was evacuated. Oh, shit, there were 14 members in that earthquake city, and they were all evacuated? My family had to escape Turkey. That is the 22nd. That's how few Jews there are. That's the 22nd largest population of Jews anywhere in the world is in Turkey. And there's only 14,000. Jeez Louise. Brianna, that's what my hair looks like, and I'm not Jewish. Oh. Jew. Oh, you're a Turkey Jew. Mitchell Cooper, welcome to the show.
Hey, it's Kevin here.
Who?
Kevin from the CrossFit Games.
Kevin from the CrossFit Games? Hold on. I have to hold on. My phone's fucked up again. Surprise, surprise. Hold on. I'm gonna fix you. I think this guy thinks that I'm gonna remember him from the CrossFit Games. That'll be fucking crazy if I can remember him.
Of us.
Okay, go ahead. You're Kevin from the CrossFit Games?
Yeah. Okay. All right. Anyway,
where did we meet? I want to see if I can remember you. Where were we when we met?
So it was after event 2. I came down. I'm Taylor's buddy from high school.
Oh yeah. I remember you. Hell yeah. I sent. Yeah. And Taylor remembered you too.
I know, that was so funny. One of my friends sent me the clip.
Yeah, that's cool.
I need you to go on this CrossFit Reddit page.
Oh,
it
God. I don't know if I can do that.
Crazy. It's crazy what's going on there.
Give me a synopsis. The pedophiles are just like gathering.
Oh my gosh. Everybody's just like calling everything dangerous, calling it like a horrible methodology. You know, kipping handstand push-ups are apparently too dangerous. And they're, calling for Dave Castro's downfall, calling for him to be locked up. It's just absolutely crazy.
Calling for his lockup. Jesus criminy. Yeah, I don't go to. I always think of Reddit as Disneyland with glory holes, though. I just think of Reddit as such a horrible place. Like, so obviously, the naked pictures of Danny Spiegel that came to me were from Reddit screenshots. I feel like everything on Reddit is bad. I hate it that it. I hate it that and Quora fill my Google searches sometimes. You know, like you'll be searching for something, like you'll be like, I want to know something about my computer, like, hey, how do I do this to my computer or something? And it's fucking all the good shit's on Reddit. I'm like, fuck, I can't go there.
Yep.
And the guy who found Reddit was Armenian, and he's a piece of shit. He's married to Serena Williams. He's such a fucking woke fucking piece of shit.
Well, in my opinion, it's like, go to F45, go to Orange Theory. Like, if you don't like the methodology and you're afraid of any single little risk, like a rope at your affiliate that's too long, then just go somewhere else. And don't try to voice your opinions everywhere online.
Or just tell the affiliate owner to cut the rope shorter or find a different affiliate. That's what's so cool. There's so many, right?
Sure. Exactly. So I don't know. One day it could be fun for you to go through and just read these insane posts on there, because it's just crazy what's going on there.
Yeah, and it's all fake names, and even the emojis are beta, right? They're like weird, like Pokemon like type emojis. They're like little alien, like anime shit.
Maybe. I don't think I follow that.
Anytime I see emoji, anytime someone sends a screenshot of Reddit, the not the emojis, but the profile pictures are always like, it's just
It's just like little aliens and stuff.
Yeah, it just reminds me of shit pedophiles would use to like seduce a kid or something. I just fucking can't stand the whole place.
Yeah, it's weird. All right, Sevi, good talking to you.
Thank you.
Appreciate you picking up my call.
Thank you for confirming my bias.
Yeah. All right. Talk to you later.
Bye. Now that's a good call. Being alive is dangerous. Yeah, being born is dangerous. All right. I will see you guys in the chat at Barbell Spin today. I can't wait. Have you seen Sevi read YouTube comments? He can't go to Reddit. Have you seen Sevi read? Oh, yeah. He can. Yeah, exactly. Have you seen Sevi read YouTube comments? Yeah. Reddit sucks, but it did help me find good tacos in Fort Worth. See, that's what I mean. Like amongst the good, amongst all the glory holes and pedo creeps, there's you can find out where good tacos are. Yeah, we're in the 3-hour range. I got to go. My son's asking me to come play with him. I want to go play with him. That's hard. I got to do it. All right. Love you guys. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.